Se puede saber.
It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown!
To Canal, Fulton, Ohio, home of the Northwest Indians, where tonight the OHSAA playoffs begin. It all is going to kick off here in about a half hour here as the Northwest Indians will be hosting the Salem Quakers, a Pac-7 EBC matchup in round one here in Division 4. Region 13. Christian Bigglesworth here with you. My partner Derek Dimmitt will be along here shortly. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Hope you're having a great Halloween. Happy Halloween to everyone out there, as we are going to get you set for action here tonight. Like I said, in round one of Division 4, Region 14. This is going to be an interesting one. Both teams ready to go on the field, warming up right now. In the pregame show, of course, you're going to hear the Coach's Corner. Derek had a chance to speak both with Coach Johnson of Salem and, of course, Coach DeMarco of Northwest as they come into tonight's game. We'll get you previews from the Q92 Sports Network because, as always, as you know, we are part of a Score 7. That means 7 high school football playoff games for you at one destination where you can listen to live and for free. Q92radiosports.com and on the Q92 YouTube channel. We've got so many great games for you here tonight on all divisions, and we're going to let you hear previews of all of them. But just so you know, the games that you can hear tonight besides this one, besides Northwest hosting Salem, we have got Ashtabula St. John's at Malvern in Division 7. We've got the 10 seed Lisbon Blue Devils taking on East Canton, another 10-7 matchup in Division 7. We have got Green on the road tonight up at Garfield Heights. We have that game for you, the 11-6 seed. We have Brunswick coming to town to take on Jackson in Division 1. We have that game for you here tonight on our sister station, AM 1310 WDPN. We've got the Alliance Aviators hosting the Geneva Cardinals. And our game of the week, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group, is the Hoover Vikings hosting the Northland Vikings from Columbus. All 7 games you can hear at Q92radiosports.com this evening. As a matter of fact, we are going to take our first time out of the broadcast tonight. When we come back, we're going to get into those previews and let you hear some information about all those games that we have for you here tonight. So that is coming up next. Again, this game, Salem and Northwest, going to be kicking off here in about 27 minutes here on the Q92 Sports Network. It's high school football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Northwest High School, where warm-ups are well underway here between the Indians and the Quakers in Division 4, Region 13. Like I said, going to be a little Pac-7 EBC matchup here for you tonight on the Q92 Sports Network. All right, let's start and get into our previews of all the games you can hear on the Q92 Sports Network here tonight. We're going to start down in Division 7, where the Malvern Hornets get to host a home game in round 1. They'll be taking on Ashtabula St. John's. Let's get a preview of that game right here on Q92.
It's week 11, and that means it's playoff football here in Ohio. Tonight's playoff matchup is number 12 St. John's Fighting Herald versus number 5 Malvern Hornets, a Division 7 Region 25 matchup where the winner goes on to Monroeville in round 2. St. John's out of Ashtabula finishes 5-5 on the season, coming off a big 48-0 win over the Cardinal Huskies in Week 10 to secure the number 12 spot in the playoffs. The Fighting Heralds are led by junior running back Chase Newsom with 1,060 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns, 126 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, 4 passes for 61 yards and a touchdown. Wide receiver DB Gus Petro has 103 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, 19 tackles, and 22 assists. Malvern Hornets finished the season 6-4, earning the number 5th seed in the playoffs, but are coming off a Week 10 loss, 6-7, and a battle with East Canton. Junior QB Jax Jones, 53% QB rating, 102 completions for 1,066 yards, 10 touchdowns, but 11 INTs. His number 1 target is senior wide receiver Roy Simmons with 491 yards, 5 touchdowns. And running back Aaron Gore leads the Hornets in rushing with 1,174 yards, 16 touchdowns, averaging 130 yards a game. Also, watch out for senior linebacker Owen Ball, who has 92 tackles on the season and 1 recovered fumble. The Fighting Heralds and the Hornets of Malvern are set to take round 1, 7 p.m. kickoff here on Q92 Sports Network. I'm Mike Dixon and Ryan Rowland. Tune in for tonight's coverage.
All right, thank you, Mike Dixon, for that preview of St. John's and Malvern. Next up, we are going to head over to East Canton, where tonight the Hornets will be hosting the Lisbon Blue Devils in another Division 7 matchup. Jay Wilhelm will be calling that game for us. Let's get a preview right now of Lisbon and East Canton.
Good evening, everyone. It is win or go home time from here on out. It's high school football playoff time on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. I'm Jay Wilhelm, and I'm live in East Canton as the Hornets play host to the David Anderson Blue Devils out of Lisbon in this Division 7 Region 25 matchup. Lisbon comes in, finishing their regular season with a record of 6-4, 4-3 in their conference play. They lost their Week 10 matchup against Columbiana 42-21. But prior to that, they had won 4 straight games. During that winning streak, they were scoring over 38 points in each of those games and 49 or more twice. The Blue Devils will look to play spoiler on the road in round 1 here tonight. East Canton enters with a final regular season record of 8-2, 4-1 in their conference play. The Hornets, led by legendary coach John Spider Miller, are on a 4-game winning streak, as their season was bookended by winning streaks. They opened the season by going 4-0 for the first time in over 20 years, lost back-to-back games mid-season, and then popped off the streak they are on now after surviving in Week 10 against rival Malvern 7-6. Tonight, we find out who goes home and who gets to move on to face 2-seed Fairport Harding next week. It should be a good one to start the postseason. Join me here tonight as kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Hornets versus Blue Devils, live from East Canton I'm Jay Wilhelm with the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, Jay, thank you for that preview of Lisbon and East Canton, another game you can listen to on the Q92 Sports Network. Next up, we are going to head up to Jackson in Division I. We have this game for you tonight as well. Brunswick coming to town to take on the Jackson Polar Bears. Ryan Keller and Coach Antonio Hall have the call of that game. Let's get a preview of Brunswick and Jackson.
Welcome to the 2025 playoffs. It's round one, and we have the Division I, Region I matchup between the 10 seed, 5-5 Brunswick Blue Devils and the 7 seed, 5-5 Jackson Polar Bears from Robert Fife Stadium in Jackson. It's the first round rematch of last season where these two teams met, with Jackson advancing by winning 24-3. Both teams are looking to end two-game losing streaks to move on into postseason play. Jackson, coming into tonight's game, lost to McKinley and then last week to Hoover. And Brunswick, their last two losses to Cleveland Heights and Strongsville. For Jackson, senior Lucas Eckerman and Carter Mulliman have split time at quarterback this season because of injuries. Each has thrown for over 900 yards and at least 7 TDs on the year. Senior running back Corey Jacobs is fourth in Stark County in rushing with 1,034 yards and second in scoring with 17 touchdowns overall. Meanwhile, the Brunswick Blue Devils are hungry for redemption after last year's loss. Brunswick's versatile senior Eli Nichols is a force on both sides of the ball, playing defensive end and running back. Nichols has 20 tackles for loss, 9 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles while rushing for 560 yards at 6.4 yards per carry and 7 touchdowns. Quarterback Sean Bennett, a Division II basketball recruit, is a dual threat, having rushed for 9 touchdowns and passed for over 1,000 yards on the season. Join me, Ryan Keller, and my broadcast partner, Antonio Hall, with the call. Kickoff 7 o'clock on Q92radiosports.com and the Q92 YouTube channel. From Robert Fife Stadium in Jackson, Ryan Keller, Q92 Sports.
All right, there's a preview of Brunswick and Jackson. We've got 3 more games to preview that are on the Q92 Sports Network tonight. We will get to those next. Going to take a break, but we are in the pregame show. Also coming up here, we have the Coach's Corner. Derek had a chance to speak with both head coaches for tonight's game. We'll let you hear those interviews as well. But coming up next, more previews of more of the games you can listen to. 7 high school playoff games live tonight at Q92radiosports.com. You are listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Football fans, Mondays just got better. Join Q92 Sports Live every Monday at 11 a.m. for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon. Watch on our Facebook, X, and YouTube channels as legends from the high school, college, and pro football world take the mic with inspiring speeches and incredible stories. Don't miss a moment. Like, follow, and subscribe to Q92 Sports on social media and catch every Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon live every Monday at 11 on the Q92 Sports Network.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion, Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back to the pregame show as we are getting you guys set here about 16 minutes away from the start of tonight's game in Division 4, Region 13 between the Salem Quakers and the Northwest Indians. Like I said, EBC Pac-7 matchup here for you tonight. Now back to our previews of the other games you can hear on the Q92 Sports Network here tonight. All 7 games live, all 7 games for free. You can listen to Q92radiosports.com and the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Like, follow, and subscribe so you always know when we're live. Next, we are going to head up to Garfield Heights, where the Green Bulldogs, who did such a great job in the second half of the season, got on that 4-game winning streak, including that huge win over Lake last week to get into the playoffs. Well, they're heading up to Garfield Heights to take on the Bulldogs here tonight. Let's get a preview of that game right now.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Halloween. Tonight starts round 1 of the Ohio High School Athletic Association football playoffs, and I am live at Charles A. Blundgren Field in Garfield Heights for tonight's Battle of the Bulldogs. Garfield Heights is the 6th seed and finished the regular season with a record of 9-1, including going undefeated in conference play. Winners of 6 straight, their defense has been stout, posting 3 shutouts in their last 4 games and only giving up a total of 41 points in their last 7. Their opponent, the Green Bulldogs, they're the 11th seed. They finished the season 5-5 after firing off 4 straight wins, including last week's thrilling 34-27 win over crosstown rival Lake in the Battle of 619. The Bulldogs are led by seniors Tyson Hunka and Evan Reed. They are finally healthy, firing on all cylinders, and looking to be a team ready to make some noise in these playoffs. It's the Battle of the Bulldogs tonight, and you can hear it live on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Charshone Auto Group. Join myself and my broadcast partner, Robert Coleman, for all the action with kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. With Q92 Sports, I'm Mike Voorhees.
All right, thank you, Mike, for that preview of Green and Garfield Heights. Next, we're going to take you over to the University of Mount Union. That is the home of the Alliance Aviators. For the first time in school history, they are hosting a playoff game in front of their fans. They'll be taking on Geneva tonight in Division 3, Region 9. Let's get a preview of that game with Sam Berkwin.
Well, tonight here at the University of Mount Union, the Alliance Aviators will host their first ever high school football playoff game. Temperatures expected to be in the mid-40s for tonight's game between the Alliance Aviators and Geneva. Both these teams come in with records of 8-2. Both can put points on the board, both with pretty good defenses, but we expect a high-scoring affair here tonight with the Aviators and the Eagles. Alliance, they're one of the most dangerous teams in the county. You talk about wide receivers, Tajay Nicholson and Jaron Blair. Blair over 800 yards and 8 touchdowns. Nicholson over 700 yards and 7 touchdowns on the season. Still trying to see what the status of running back Ravon Hawkins is. He is pretty much a game-time decision. If Alliance doesn't have Hawkins tonight, they could be in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, for Geneva, they come in here with a record of 8-2. It is the Pete and Croy show. We're talking about Bryce Pete and Caden Proy. First time Geneva's had a couple of 1,000-yard rushers since 1998. They can get it done on the ground. They run, and run some more. It'll be interesting tonight if the Aviators' run defense comes to play. They could get out of here with a victory. It should be a good one. One of the better first-round matchups in all of the state of Ohio. Join myself and Caleb Norick for the play-by-play tonight at 7 on AM 1310 WDPN as Alliance takes on Geneva. I'm Sam Berkwin for 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com.
Thank you, Sam, for that preview of Geneva and Alliance. And finally, that brings us to our Q92 Sarshone Auto Group game of the week, Battle of the Vikings. Columbus Northfield is coming up to take on Hoover. The Hoover Vikings at home tonight. Clint Scroggs and Brian Beatty going to have the call of that game. Let's get you a preview right now. Northfield and Hoover.
Hoover Vikings host the Columbus Northland Vikings in round 1 of the OHSAA playoffs. Hoover capped an 8-2 season with a 35-13 whipping of Jackson last week. Senior Jack Andes had 140 yards rushing and 1 touchdown, along with 9 catches for 107 and another score. He needs 3 yards for 1,300 all-purpose yards this year. He has 19 touchdowns. Senior signal caller John Collins has compiled 1,434 yards passing with 14 TDs. He's also carried for 9 scores. The Hoover defense has 2 shutouts and has allowed between 13 and 21 points in every other game. Linebacker Carter Lukens ran back an interception for the last score last week. He has a team-high 146 tackles, 20 for loss. D-lineman David Tully also has 20 TFLs and 7 sacks. The secondary led by senior Carson Morris and his 5 interceptions. Northland was the beneficiary of a forfeit last week. Columbus Beechcroft canceled the game after a shooting near the school a week earlier. The other Vikings led by quarterback Achilles Harrison, the sophomore able to hit one of a number of receivers in the team's spread offense. Senior basketball standout Deontay James joined the team in Week 6 and contributed a rushing TD, receiving TD, and kickoff return TD in a Week 8 win over Lyndon McKinley. The point guard led the Vikings to a 3rd straight City League title in February. It was the only win this year for Northland against a team with a winning record. Their other 6 victims compiled 10 total wins, plus the forfeit. Northland has been knocked out in the first round of the playoffs the last 3 years. It's the Battle of the Vikings at Memorial Stadium as the 2025 high school football playoffs begin with a game between North Canton Hoover and Columbus Northland. The winner gets a matchup with Massillon next week. For the Q92 Sports Network, I'm Clint Scroggs.
Thank you, Clint, for that preview of Northland and Hoover. That'll be taking place on the Q92 radio and, of course, the Q92 Sports Network. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to head to the coaches' corner. Like I said, Derek Dimmitt, my partner, had a chance to speak with Coach Johnson and Coach DeMarco. You're going to hear both of those conversations coming up next. The pregame show, Salem and Northwest, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want, the Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back here, Northwest High School getting set for tonight's game between Salem and Northwest. Time to head over to the coaches' corner. First off, visiting team today, the Salem Quakers from the EBC. Coach Johnson talked to Derek Dimmitt before the game. Let's hear that conversation right now.
Here with Coach Johnson in the coaches' corner. Coach, week 11, I talked to Coach DeMarco a little bit about, the opportunity to continue your season another week with your seniors. How was the week of practice leading into tonight?
Great week of practice. Guys are really locked in and focused, excited about the opportunity, and look forward to keep playing as long as they can.
And then what was something maybe that stood out as you were preparing tonight for the Indians?
well, that we match up really well. I mean, what we do best is ways that we can attack, and I think we can have success. They're a really good defensive football team, so we're going to have to make sure we take care of the ball and take advantage of our opportunities.
All right, Coach, thank you, and best of luck tonight.
All right, that was Derek's conversation with Coach Johnson. Next up, he had a chance to talk to Coach DeMarco, and we're going to hear that conversation right now.
Here, Coach DeMarco in the coach's corner. Coach, week 11, only so many teams get to make it here, and very few, half of those only get to play an additional home game. How important is it for your seniors to get another opportunity to come out here and play in front of their school?
Well, it's very important, and especially this year because we lost our first game when team canceled on us. So this is only our 5th trip back in here. So I hope our seniors really enjoy the opportunity to have that. I think sometimes things go by so fast that they don't realize what it is. But it really is a great opportunity to play one extra time in your home stadium.
Then, as you're preparing for Salem this week, what's something that maybe stood out for Coach Johnson's squad?
Cletus, your quarterback, wherever he's at. Quarterback, safety, punt returner, kick returner, punter, block and punts. He can play. He jumps out wherever he's at on the screen.
All right, thank you, Coach. Best of luck tonight.
All right, that was our conversation with Coach DeMarco here. The coach's corner is now with less than 5 minutes to go till we kick this game off. I welcome in my broadcast partner, Derek Dimmitt, and I think Coach DeMarco hit it on the head there when we talk about Salem, especially a team we just saw last week. Mm-hmm. But obviously, Q92 Sports has done a couple Salem games this season, and I think he's right. I think as Salem goes is as Cletus Monroy goes, a 3-year starter, senior quarterback that, like he said, runs the offense, is a safety back there, quarterback and things on defense, can return kicks. He's the leader of this football team. And as we saw last week against a tough Salem defense and a tough Salem team, he can get explosive plays. He can make things happen with his feet and his arm.
Yeah, he can do it all. And the winds died down a little bit down there pregame. The wind was really howling. So, maybe looking to possibly use his legs a little bit more than through the air, but he showed last week that if needed, he can definitely air it out and has a couple of receivers he can go to.
Also, when we talk, a couple other names when you talk about Salem, to me is the junior, Brandon Canna. I thought he ran the ball exceptionally well and very physically last week against West Branch. He's done that all season long. He'll be back next year, and he'll be the focal point of that offense next year. But I think Canna is also going to be someone that Northwest has got to try to contain. They've got to contain those two if they want to get this win.
Yeah, and with Canna, it's going to take more than one defender to bring him down. We saw multiple times last week that he looked wrapped up and looked dead to rights, but falls forward, gets those extra yard or two each run, and that's something that the Indians are really going to have to put helmets to the football when Canna has the football.
Those two are going to be the ones that you're going to have to watch a little bit. And also, we kind of saw a little bit of a resurgence of Baron Exline, the sophomore wide receiver, as late as last week. He's someone that as the game went on, he got more involved, was getting open, and they got him a few passes. So those are kind of the names you're going to hear a lot for Salem tonight as this game goes on. When we turn the page to Northwest, they're led by their junior quarterback, Braden Venables, and there's some other star players on here, but Northwest, they really have that. They just have a good, well-coached team that I think Salem's going to have to kind of really stay disciplined and read their keys a lot tonight.
Yeah, I think both teams very well coached, and that's why they're here playing in Week 11. Really excited to see how this one shakes out here, this D4 Region 13 game. We have a few others in our area that are in this region, so very excited to see how tonight goes. And like you mentioned, Braden Venables able to do it a little bit like Monroy on the ground with his legs, through the air with his arms. Really excited to see how Coach DeMarco's game plan comes out tonight.
All right, coming out on the field tonight now, here come the Northwest Indians coming on the field. Salem already on there. I do, Derek, I think this is one of the more evenly matched matchups in round one, maybe in the state of Ohio, as far as two teams, good head coaches, established head coaches that play the disciplined football, that are always, like I said, well coached, not to reiterate that. But I do when you think of Johnson and DeMarco, you always think of disciplined teams.
Mhm.
And they both had success. Johnson for a while at Salem. When you get to DeMarco, the success he had at Louisville before he came over to Northwest, and he immediately, I believe, made Northwest a better program and has made that to where they've been to the playoffs multiple times since he's come over here, and they've had good seasons. So interesting to see how this one is going to pan out. So we are getting real close to kickoff here tonight. Uniforms, the Northwest Indians in their home. That is, of course, their red jerseys, their red pants, with their silver helmets and the red face masks. As far as Salem on the other side, they're going to go with their road unis tonight. They're going to have their white jerseys with their red pants and their black helmets. So that is the uniform that you will see here tonight, or you will hear here tonight as this game goes on. As we are just about ready to go. The officials now taking the field. And again, this is a winner go home. And the winner of this game in Division 4, Region 13, the winner of this game will go on next week and head up to Cleveland to take on Glenville. And that will be no easy task, the 2-seed Glenville. For whoever wins this game, it will be a very big challenge for them next week in round 2.
Yeah, but a great game here tonight, 48 minutes at least of good high school football action, and I'm excited to be here.
So they're waiting for everyone to come on out here.
Referees taking those last couple
are
minutes in the
their
warm locker room before
Yeah,
coming out
they
to
were.
the
They
cold.
were. Yeah, they were like, you know what? We'll come out when we have to. We'll come out when we have to. Thank you so much for having us on here. We really appreciate you. And we are getting ready to go here. Northwest will kick it off. So Salem and Cletus Monroy will be out there first. They will be going from right to left. And we are really glad you are with us here this evening. Division 4, Region 13. We're about ready to kick off round 1 of the play. We have air horns. We have air horns for sure here tonight. All right, Northwest to kick it off. Back deep for Salem is Will Harmon is back there. I'll say Sean Hoffman might be the other guy back there. Again, Salem has an interesting font. It's hard to read. And we're underway here at Northwest. That's going to be taken by Liam Pearson, I believe, who's got 20, 25, 30, 35, cuts it up 40, up to around the 42, 43-yard line. Now I can find out who it was. And that was actually number 20, Blake Bazin, who took that kick back. The freshman Bazin. Making his playoff debut and having a good kick return.
Yeah, he had a few plays last week against West Branch in that rivalry game that you and I called, but great field position for Cletus Monroy and the Quaker offense to start this game.
All right, so here they come out. 1st and 10, ball on their own 44-yard line. I'm going to have to turn the crowd mic down with those horns, huh? All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Monroy in shotgun. Going to turn. Going to keep it on an RPO up over the 50 into Northwest territory, inside the 45, down to the 44. Like we said, Monroy, as he goes, this Salem offense will go, and he calls his own number on the RPO, and you'll see a lot of RPOs.
Yes.
As Coach Johnson has total faith in Monroy's decision-making on those, so that's something you're going to see a lot.
Yeah, we saw last week, and some of these RPOs, they wait till the last second
Yes, they
for
do.
Monroy to either pull it back or hand it off to Canna.
All right, 1st and 10 in the 44-yard line. Monroy now will pass. Looking as a great pocket. Sits, throws across the middle, looking for his receiver. That falls incomplete. He was trying to get that to number 14, Owen Davidson, the junior wide receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. A little surprise there on the second play on offense that they go empty backfield, and Monroy throws it. But again, Salem getting in and out of the huddle very quickly now. 2nd down and 10 on the Northwest 44-yard line. Monroy in shotgun. Takes the snap. Turns. RPO going to keep it himself again. He'll take it down this time to maybe the 42-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Salem Quakers. Their first drive of the ball game. 11-10, clock running, first quarter. 0-0. We're underway here in round 1 of the playoffs here on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. Thank you for those of you listening and watching on YouTube or Q92radiosports.com, whether you're a Salem Quakers fan or Northwest Indian fan. Thank you for having us on and checking out the game here tonight. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for Salem on the Northwest 42-yard line. Monroy in shotgun. He's got trips right, receiver to the left, Canna on his left hip. Back to passes Monroy. Pressure coming. Now he's going to look to run it. He throws it, though, on the run. Has a wide open receiver. Davidson at the 10. He's going to go in for a touchdown as he got lost behind the defenders for Northwest. And how about Monroy through the air to Davidson? Touchdown, Salem.
Yeah, Owen Davidson here on the close sideline. Monroy rolled out to his left here. The defender thought he was going to take off for it and run for the first down and left the wide receiver wide open for the rainbow pass and then catch and run down the sideline into the end zone for the Quakers.
To be honest, I thought he was going to run that. Gerson Samoya on for the extra point for Salem. The senior. And as we're waiting for, players are set. Snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. So your new score now with 10:33 left to go here in the first quarter. Salem goes down the field, puts it in the end zone. They're up 7-0. We'll be right back. This is high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Northwest, where the Indians are about to get the ball after Salem, Derek, with a very impressive drive, capped off with a touchdown pass from Monroy to Owen Davidson to go up 7-0 early.
Yeah, they opened it up there after that first play. They had a first down rush. He tried to go deep. It fell incomplete, went back to the air there on third down and connected with Davidson down the left sideline here for the 42-yard catch and run for that score.
All right, so now Northwest will get the ball here. They'll be going from left to right. Their returner standing around the 20-yard line is Salem, about to kick it off here. There is the kick. It's going to drop and go out of bounds. So going to be great field position for Northwest as here they come out, and here comes their quarterback, the junior, number 16, Braden Venables. And it'll be his first opportunity tonight here with the Northwest offense.
Yeah, coming out here, great field position after the kickoff out of bounds. So both teams' first drives, great starting field position.
All right, so
discussion about the placement.
Yeah, they're talking about where to place the ball right now.
Which hash? It looks like Coach DeMarco wants it on the far hash, closest to the Salem sideline. So the Indian offense comes out and gets set.
All right, here we go. The running back, Joey Madure. You'll have to watch him. You'll hear his name a lot tonight, too. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Venable turn, hands it off to Madure. He takes it up over the 35, falls forward up to around the 40 and over the 40 to the 41-yard line. Joey Madure, the senior running back, 5'8", 160, but runs like a much bigger running back than his height and weight there. Good run on first down for the Indians. 10:15 clock running here in the first quarter. It is 7-0. Salem on top of Northwest. Venable now on second down. Turns, hands off the door again. He takes it up over the 41, up to the 43, 44-yard line. Has two straight runs to Madure here to start this drive. Under 10 minutes to go here. 7-0. Salem on top of Northwest here on the Q92 Sports Network. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for Northwest on their own 43-yard line. Venables in shotgun as Madure on his right hip. Going to turn, hand it off to Madure for the third straight play. He's going to take it up over the 50, falls down to around the 48-yard line. That's going to be enough to move the chains. First down, Northwest. And 3 plays, 3 runs with Madure so far.
Yeah, 12 yards on those 3 carries. Good enough for that first down as they inch closer to midfield here as the Northwest offense looks to the sideline for the play call here.
Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Venable takes a snap. Going to keep it himself on an RPO. No, he's going to throw it out in the flat, but incomplete. It was trying to get it to Logan Allman, I believe, number 6, the senior. Incomplete passes. They had the RPO, but had a pass option out of it. But threw it. Ball didn't quite get to his receiver, Logan Allman. Incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 on their own 47-yard line for Northwest. Some scores early on. I see 6-0 Geneva already over Alliance. As Venable is going to take a shot on 2nd down, just over the outstretched arms of Kellen Reinford, the senior, as he took a shot there on 2nd down. Incomplete pass. Will bring up 3rd down and 10 for Northwest.
Yeah, we saw Cletus Monroy try to take the top off on an early pass on the Quakers drive. Venables trying to do the same. A few other quick scores here. East Canton leads Lisbon 7-0. Malvern 8-0 over St. John.
3rd and 10. Venable going to call his own number. Quarterback draw. Take it up over the 50. Spin move into around the 47-yard line, and that is where his progress will be stopped. That'll bring up 4th down for Northwest, and early decision time for Coach DeMarco here with 8:50 clock running here in the first quarter. 7-0 Salem over Northwest. Northwest has it 4th and 4 from the Salem 47-yard line. It looks like at least the offense is out there for now. Venables is getting everybody set. They're going to have trips to the right, receiver left. Mador with Venables in the backfield. Salem showing blitz. Venables will roll it out on 4th down. Looking, throws it, has a receiver. They're going to say that was caught for the 1st down, all the way down to the 26-yard line. Complete pass to Logan Allman, the senior. A rollout by Venables. He found Allman by himself and got the ball there. 1st down, moved the chains for Northwest. So that will place the ball around the 27-yard line. Northwest in business with 8:16 left to go in the first quarter, down 7-0. Venable turns, hands off to Mador. Mador cuts back inside the 25, falls down to around the 24-yard line. Early score also. Green now up 7-0 over Garfield Heights.
Late flag here coming in.
Oh, yeah, very late flag. It's going to be a personal foul on Northwest. So take away that 1st down run. And that's going to back up Northwest in a big way.
Yeah, just had that big play to pick up the 1st down and then a positive play on 1st down, but the
refs are bringing off number 52. Are they? Did the ref walk him off the field? There's number 52, Colin Smith. I don't know what other reason he would have come out of the game, but it looked like the official walked him over.
Yeah, wanted to let Coach DeMarco know what the flag was for and who it was on.
All right, here we go. Now it's 2nd and 19, and we have another whistle. What do we have here? The official stopping it again. So the officials, what do we have now? We have like basically a line change for Salem on defense right now.
Yeah, they're taking 3 defenders out, 3 more come in. I'm not sure what the stoppage of play was.
I don't know if Northwest was allowed to sub, and they weren't, and the refs had to allow it. But now we go. Here we go. 2nd and 19 from the 36-yard line. Venables in shotgun. Takes the snap. He will throw. Pressure coming. Throws it towards the sideline again, but this one sails out of bounds. He pump faked on that one. A little hesitation, and I think that kind of helped the ball, unfortunately, sail on him as he was going towards the sideline, looking for his receiver, Ty Lipkins.
Yeah, as that temperature drops here through the night, going to lose some feeling, and look like that one may have just got away from Venables there as it rolled off his hand and sailed into the sideline here. So 3rd and long here for the Indians.
3rd and long for Northwest, 3rd and 19 to be exact from their 36-yard line. Venables in shotgun, trips left, receiver to the right. He's going to take it. RPO, he's going to throw a slant, has his receiver. It's complete around the 25 to the 20, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Kellen Reinford. How about Northwest striking back? That had to be a coverage breakdown, Derek.
Yeah, they're on the slant route there. It almost. We have a flag back here by the line of scrimmage.
Oh, there is a flag by the line of scrimmage. We'll see. Coach DeMarco going to talk to the officials. They're not coming back yet. So they're saying, no, the touchdown is good. Personal foul is going to be on Salem. So now 2 personal fouls in the game, 1 on each team. But how about this answer by Northwest and Venables with the strike on the slant route?
Yeah, they're on the slant, and like you said, broken coverage allowed that play to go for the 36 yards for the score here. Point after touchdown coming. That is number 21, Ben Shawns, the senior kicker for the Indians.
So 7-6 now on for the extra point. And as Northwest, that's a low snap, and the Venable has to pick it up. He's running, looking for the throw, and he's going to get it for a 2-point conversion off the bad snap. He gets the 2-point conversion. Great fire out by the interior there. That was number 34, Connor Stevenson, who knew what to do and fire out on the bad snap, and Venables found him. And because of that, it's now 8-7. Northwest leads Salem.
Yeah, great play there by the the sophomore quarterback. Looked like a senior there, calm under pressure with the bad snap, rolled out to his right there and found the receiver for the 2-point conversion and the early lead.
All right, so we're going to keep it here for a second. We've had 2 possessions, and we have had 2 touchdowns here. So offense winning early on in this football game between Northwest and Salem, as Northwest is up 8-7 here in the first quarter, and there's still 7 minutes and 42 seconds left to go. This might be a long one, Derek.
We tend to get those
We
ones.
tend to get those. So Northwest now on to kick it off. So far, though, both offenses looking pretty good.
Yeah, each team with the possession, each team with a touchdown and scoring on a long pass and catch too. So 2 teams that like to run the ball but have shown that given the opportunity, they're willing to go through the air and have scored that way thus far.
So Northwest leads by a score of 8-7. Salem about to get the ball back. Like I said, it's been all offense. Both offenses are 1 for 1. Salem and Monroy going to be back out here shortly. As again, Blake Beeson and Will Harmon are back deep for the Quakers. Here comes the kickoff for Northwest. That is a beautiful kickoff. That's going to go out of the end zone. Again, number 21, Ben Shands. He is a heck of a kicker for Northwest, showing off the senior, showing off the leg right there. So now here comes Salem back at it with Monroy in this offense with 7:42 left to go here in the first quarter. Northwest up 8-7 on a low snap for an extra point. They ended up getting them a 2-point conversion. So I'm sure Coach DeMarco is going to take that.
Absolutely.
There we go, 1st and 10 in their own 20-yard line. Monroy going to go under center this time. Canna the deep back and the only back. 2 tight ends. They turn, hand it off to Canna. Canna takes it up over the 20, falls forward to about the 23-yard line, and that's what Canna will do. We talked about it in the pregame show. He always seems to fall forward, always seems to get 2 to 3 extra yards, especially after first contact, even when he's in there in those A and B gaps between the center and the guard.
Yeah, it falls forward each time, and you might think, what's a yard or 2, but when you only need 10 for the first down, those add up fast.
7:13 clock running. It's 2nd down and 6 for Salem on their own 24-yard line. The receiver comes in motion. Monroy in shotgun now. Back to pass. Pump fakes. Now is looking to throw. He's got a great block to get to the outside. Get it over the 30. Out of bounds around the 32-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. Good job. Way to know where the first down marker was. But a great seal block, I think, by one of the wide receivers. It might have been Owen Davidson that made it. First down, Quakers. They move the chains. With 7 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, 8-7 Northwest over Salem.
Yeah, nice pump fake out to the right and then roll out to the left for the first down there by Cleus Monroy.
He's going to be in shotgun here. He's going to have Canna on his right hip. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, both to the left side on 1st and 10. Now they shift. They turn, hand it off to Canna. Canna going to cut it back inside, take it up to around the 44-yard line, the 34-yard line. I apologize. Maybe the 35, actually, they're going to give him. So about 3 yards on that play by Canna. Again, he is a physical downhill runner.
Yeah, it's almost like clockwork that each time he gets the ball, it's at least 3 yards, even when it looks like he has nowhere to go.
6:35 clock running first quarter. 8-7 Northwest over Salem. Salem driving here. 2nd and 7 from their own 35-yard line. Monroy now shifts everybody, and we're going to have a flag on the play. Encroachment on Northwest is the call from the sideline. Here comes the official call. Encroachment, Northwest. So give 5 yards to Salem. That's going to make it 2nd down and 2 now.
Yeah, Salem shifted out of. They had 3 wide, shifted them in, and the defensive back thought the play was in motion and went forward and encroached.
2nd down and 2. Monroy come out of the same formation, snaps his hand. Everybody comes back. He's in shotgun now. 2 running backs on each side. Receiver goes in motion from left to right. They're going to turn RPO. Monroy's going to keep it. Cuts back inside. Gets up to the 45. Into Salem territory all the way down around the 45-yard line. Another great RPO run by the senior quarterback, Cletus Monroy.
Yeah, 15 yards there. Gets it into Indian territory at the 45. Another first down, and the offensive onslaught for both teams continues.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It is 8-7 Northwest over Salem. Monroy going to come up under center. Canna is the back behind him. Sends a receiver in motion from right to left. And we have, what do we have now? Another flag from that side judge. False start on Salem. Back him up 5. That side judge. He ain't playing today.
No,
he's watching everything. He'll call both sides. So back up Salem. That'll make it 1st and 15 now. The ball back at the 50-yard line for Salem. Monroy going to come out, same formation. Under center, Canna the deep back. Now they're going to turn. Fake the handoff to Canna. Monroy pump fakes. Now going to try to run, get what he can. Goes inside the 50. Falls down to the 46. He took a big hit there. But Monroy is a big guy. And he's been taking those hits all year, and they haven't really bothered him yet. And we're at week 11.
Yeah, 6'1", 182. He doesn't shy away from any contact, and he didn't there as he went right into the teeth of the Indian defense.
2nd down and 12 coming up on 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Salem trails Northwest 8-7. Monroy now barking out orders and adjusting where he wants to put Xander Kinsey. He's got him on the right side now. He sends X-line in motion. Monroy, it's going to be a toss to Canna to the right side. Canna cuts it up inside. Canna bowls forward, still on his feet, down to around the 42-yard line, I think. Another good positive run for Canna on 2nd down. Bringing up 3rd and 7 now for the Quakers with 4:33 left to go in the first quarter. Here in the first round of the playoffs, Division 4, Region 13. Winner of this game goes on to take on Glenville on the road next week. 3rd down and 7 on the 42 of Northwest. Salem in Northwest territory. Monroy in shotgun. He's got 2 receivers. Now he sends X-line in motion. Fake the jet action sweep. Monroy going to keep it himself. Breaks the tackle. Gets the first down. Runs a couple people over inside the 30. All the way down to around the 26-yard line. Another physical run there by Monroy. And we might have someone down right now. No, he got up. Monroy just running almost angry. And what do we have? Oh, there's a fumble.
Yeah, late fumble there.
So they're saying a late fumble at the end, and they're saying Northwest came up with it. It was on the far end of the field. I didn't even see anyone scrambling for the ball, to tell you the truth.
No,
usually you see everyone scrambling for it. And not sure what happened at the end of that play, but it's a fumble, a turnover by Monroy, Northwest football.
Yeah, the first defensive stop that we've really had thus far, and brings the Northwest offense out there. They'll take over at their own 26-yard line.
All right, so Venables now out here for Northwest. 1st and 10, their own 27-yard line. Venables calling his own number on 1st down. He is going to take it, though, and okay. I think Venables tried some acting there. So they ended his forward progress. They'll give him about a yard, maybe 2 on that play. Should be 2nd down and 8 or 9 for the Northwest Indians. If you're just joining us, Salem went down the field their first possession and scored a touchdown to make it 7-0. Northwest came back, answered, had a low snap on their extra point, and then fired it out and actually ended up getting a 2-point conversion because of it. That's where we're at right now. 8-7 Northwest over Salem with 3:25 left to go in the first quarter. Venables back to pass, throws it out towards the flat. That is going to be complete to his receiver, who is going to get up to maybe the 32, maybe. That was Logan Allman, the senior, with that catch. They'll mark him at the 32, I believe. So a short gain on that throw by Venables.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Coming out of his hand, it looked like it was going to float a little bit, but landed in the receiver's hands. He was able to cut up field, make it 3rd and manageable.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 5 for Venables and the Northwest Indians. He's got trips left, receiver to his right. Takes the snap, back to pass, going to call his own number, cut it inside, up over the 35, falling forward right towards the sticks. And I think he fell forward just enough for the first down. He did. First down, Northwest. And early on, both these quarterbacks doing a very good job with RPOs or quarterback draws, doing some really and showing good vision, both of them.
Yeah, finding the hole, attacking, not dancing around too much in the backfield. Here's Venables, comes over to the sideline.
So he's coming out to the sideline right now. So, and coming out on the field for Northwest, number 34, Connor Stevenson. That looks like quarterback now is going to be Joey Madore in a Wildcat. Here comes Madore out of the Wildcat. Takes it, tries to get up to the 40. He is met, and he'll fall right around the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. Try a little Wildcat there with Madore, who's also been busy here in the first quarter for Northwest, as there's 2:30 clock running in the first quarter. 8-7, Northwest leads Salem here in round 1 of the Division 4 Region 13 playoffs here on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. And they're going to stay with this Wildcat here for at least one more play. So 2nd down and 8 from the 41-yard line. Madure going to call his own number again. Going to follow those linemen. Takes it up over the 45, falls forward to the 46. And one of the advantages there for Madure, Derek, is he's so small that he kind of just had his hand on the back of his guard and kind of just hid behind him as they were both going forward to get what he could.
Yeah, standing only 5'8" is what they list him at, and get behind some of those linemen that stand, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". He gets lost there and able to squeak ahead.
3rd and 3 now, still in that Wildcat formation with Madore. Take the snap. He's going to run it again. He's going to take it up over the 50 into Salem territory. That'll be enough to move the chains as Venables standing down by Coach DeMarco, waiting to go back in when DeMarco ever wants to get away from this Wildcat. But as of right now, it looks like he wants to stay in it. He might have found something with this Wildcat here.
Yeah, 7 rushes on the night, 26 yards for Joey Madure.
So they're going to stay in this formation. 1:20 left to go. Northwest now, Madure takes a snap. Now he's going to actually hand it off to Stevenson, who's going to be tackled, it looks like, for a bit of a loss. Connor Stevenson, the junior running back, number 34, takes it, and he'll be dropped for a short loss on 1st down. Again, Venables is fine. He's standing right by Coach DeMarco on the sideline. This is just a strategy thing going on right now, as we are under a minute to go here in the first quarter. 8-7 Northwest on top of Salem here on the Q92 Sports Network. Here they come on 2nd and 11. Same formation. Madure going to be in the Wildcat. Madure takes the snap. RPO gives it to Stevenson again. Stevenson this time breaks free inside the 45. Falls down towards the 1st down. He's going to be just short. Actually, where they marked him, he might have got it. Stevenson finds a nice hole and a good hard run that time. I think they're going to mark him just short. I mean, less than a yard short of the 1st down. Northwest on the move again.
Yeah, about the length of a football, short here, 3rd and short.
Might be the last play of the first quarter. Madure in the Wildcat in shotgun again. Madure going to call his own number. Going to follow his blockers inside the 40. Falls down to around the 37-yard line. Move the chains, 1st down. Northwest, they are driving with this Wildcat offense, as that most likely will be the final play here of the first quarter. So we played 1 quarter of football, and your score, 8-7 Northwest on top of Salem. Northwest driving. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members with a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
So we are back here at Northwest High School where the Indians lead Salem 8-7. Northwest has the ball and they are driving in Salem territory here. So we'll get you some scores from around the area. Let me see here. Just got a score update from Garraway. They are up 21-7 over Mineral Ridge in the first quarter there. Other scores from around Jackson up 7-0 over Brunswick. Hoover up 14-6 over Columbus Northland. East Canton up 14-0 over Lisbon. And Green still up 7-0 over Garfield. As we'll get you score updates from around the area as much as we can throughout the evening. It's going to be first down and 10. Now Northwest going right to left. And they're going to stay in this Wildcat offense. Look, Madur. Going to take the snap. He's going to keep it himself on an RPO and take it to the 40-yard line as Salem came with a run blitz there on the first play of the second quarter, and a little chippiness there after that play. Both teams are each guilty of a personal foul so far.
Yeah, we talked earlier about discipline, and then we get to go ahead.
I was just going to score update. Geneva up 12-0 over Alliance. A lot of people were saying that Geneva game is going to be tough, Derek, and so far it looks like Alliance got some work cut out for them. Here we go. They're going to hand it off to Stevenson again on second down. Fumble again, and this time Salem jumps on it. So our second turnover of the night. This one goes the way of the Quakers. They get the fumble as Stevenson put that one on the ground. And again, this back and forth game. Each team with a touchdown, each team with a fumble now. Salem takes back over here, and their defense makes a play.
Yeah, and both fumbles have come on when the offense hasn't been driving. So both defenses stepping up when they need to. Let's see how the Quakers come out here as they'll take over at their own 35-yard line.
All right, so Monroy's going to come back out here with that Salem offense. They're going to have it first and 10 ball in the 35-yard line. So good field position to start. This is the third offensive possession for Salem in the first half. Tight end goes in motion from left to right. Monroy going to hand it off to Canna. Canna busts off one tackler. Will take it up to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. A 2-3-yard run there by Canna on first down. It'll be second down for the Quakers. Down 8-7 here with 11 minutes left to go in the first half.
Yeah, still, early on in this one, only down one, still have your full offense available to you. And Coach Johnson here slowing things down a little bit.
Monroy breaks the huddle. Second down and 8 from their own 37-yard line. Going to put Twins out to the right. Monroy going to be in shotgun. He's going to have Canna on his left hip. Monroy going to call his own number here on a quarterback design run. He'll take it this time up over the 40, almost to the 41-yard line. So a couple more yards on that one, setting up a third and manageable for the Salem Quakers with 10:30 left to go here in the second quarter. 8-7 Northwest over Salem. They're going to come out now, 4 wides. Monroy in shotgun, Canna on his left hip. On 3rd and 4th, and their own 41. Monroy back to pass, has a good pocket. Now he's going to step up. Looking, throws it. It was incomplete. He was trying to get it to Owen Davidson. Kind of threw across his body a little bit from an odd angle and couldn't get enough on that to complete it. And it looks like Salem might be sending the punt team out here with it only being 8-7 with 10-11 left to go. Monroy also is the punter.
Yeah, so a prime opportunity to maybe run a fake here.
And that is why you see Northwest is definitely in a normal defense, just with a deep safety waiting for the punch, the pooch. And it's not going to be a punt. Monroy's going to try to run for the first down. 45. He's got it 50 into Northwest territory. He was back in the pooch punt formation, snapped it and took off. And Northwest looked like they were looking for it because they didn't have a real deep guy back there, but it still got them the first down.
Yeah, I think they rested back a little bit as Monroy took about 2 or 3 steps back, as you said, more into a pooch punt look, but took the snap, rolled to his right, had a lot of open ground in front of him, ran for the 11-yard gain, first down in Indian territory.
All right, so Salem now back in Northwest territory on the 48-yard line. Monroy under center, going to turn, hand it off. No, he's going to keep it himself. Looking, throws it. Incomplete. That is tight end trailing across the field with him. That was that number 83,
Yeah.
who I don't have on my roster.
Yeah, I don't have an
Yay.
83 either. So
Yeah, so number 83, tight end for Salem. I apologize to you and your family. I do not have you on my Salem roster to announce your name, and I hate that. But it seems like a fine young man.
Yes.
Second down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Salem in Northwest territory. Monroy in shotgun. Takes a snap. RPO going to keep it himself. Ooh, he's going to take a big hit around the 47-yard line. He was stuck. And he was stuck by number 7 for Northwest. That is John Campbell, the senior. Came up and hit him hard.
Yeah, he came up, met him right there at the line. They gave him a yard on the carry there, but that's one of the hardest earned run yards that Monroy will have tonight.
So it's going to be third down and 9 from the 47-yard line of Northwest. Salem trying to keep this drive going. Trips out to the left, receiver to the right. Northwest showing blitz, and here they come. Fumbled snap, Canna picked it up, but then he is drilled right at the 50-yard line. That bad snap screwed up any chance that play had. And now the punt team going to come back out for Salem. For some reason, I think this time they might actually punt it, but who knows?
Yeah, here back at the 50, it'll be a 4th down and 12 for the Quakers.
Back for Northwest will be Logan Allman. He's only standing, though, at about his 29-yard line. Here comes Monroy. He's looking to throw it and run again. Monroy going to try. Breaks a tackle. He gets the first down for the second time in a row on 4th down.
Cletus Monroy.
What? 2 times they line up in the pooch punt formation. And again, Northwest they have the defense out there to see it. And he breaks tackles and gets that. And that time that was a 10-plus yarder.
Yeah, that time it looked like he was wrapped up with about 5 yards to go and then powered through that arm tackle and got just enough for the first down here.
Coach Johnson.
Yeah.
Coach Johnson, aggressive tonight for the Quakers. 1st and 10, now on the 37-yard line. Monroy sends a tight end in motion. Going to turn, going to hand it off to Canna. Canna tripped up, good stop there. That's Campbell again for Northwest. John Campbell with 2 big plays defensively on this drive. 2nd and 9. They're lucky to get 1 on that play. 8:30 clock running here in the first half. It is 8-7 Northwest on top of Salem, but the Quakers in Salem territory and moving the ball. Man, those were 2 really impressive 4th down runs by Cletus Monroy.
Yeah, just
2nd down and 9. Monroy now. Oh, it's a botched handoff. Canna gets it. He somehow breaks a tackle. He should have been tackled for a 3-yard loss. Falls forward, and they're going to mark him at the 35-yard line. Derek, that should have been a loss of 7.
Yeah, pitched it back there, hit off of Canna's helmet, went up in the air, fell to the ground. He was able to corral it and still get 1 positive yard off of that. But like you said, it could have very easily been a loss of at least 7. So great effort there by Brandon Canna to get that positive yardage.
That's going to make it 3rd down and 8, but Salem's lucky it's only 3rd down and 8. 7:35 clock running. Salem trying to keep this drive going. They're going to come out trips right. I formation behind Cletus Monroy. They're going to turn. It's going to be a reverse to X-Line, who's going to cut it back inside the 30, inside the 25, the 20. Monroy blocking at the 10, 5, touchdown Salem. Baron X-Line on a reverse, and who was downfield blocking at the end? It was Cletus Monroy.
Yeah, great run there, but we do have a flag back here by the 40-yard line.
Holding on Salem, so bring it back. What was a great reverse for a touchdown being called back due to holding by Salem. So take that touchdown off the board. A killer penalty for Salem here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and it was a flag that looked like it came in after X-Line had broke through that initial line of scrimmage. So, a late flag on a big play.
So no touchdown for Salem. As a matter of fact, back them up to the their own 45-yard line. So a third down now and very long. But, man, Coach Johnson is leaving it all out there on the play chart tonight.
Is YOLO still a thing?
To Coach Johnson, it may be. So now it's going to be third down and 21. Ball on their 45-yard line. Monroy back to pass. Pressure is coming. Monroy's got to run. 45, 40, 35, 30. He's got the first down again. Cletus Monroy takes it down to the 25. It was third and 21, and he got it. And that wasn't even a designed run.
Yeah, kind of speechless with what Cletus Monroy is doing on this drive. 2 fourth down conversions, that one third and forever, and he took it and ran and got just enough for the first down, and they're knocking on the door of the red zone.
They are getting close to that red zone. Salem driving, 6:56 clock running. Second quarter, Salem down 8-7, but driving. I formation. Canna gets the handoff, spin moves, falls forward for a couple. And we saw against West Branch last week, we saw a period of time where Coach Johnson and Salem did go. They went to an old school I package. And it's weird to say that the I formation's old school, but in high school and college ball now, it's kind of old school. But
yeah,
they'll go to it at Salem.
Yeah, so much pistol formation or empty looks with 5 wide receivers, but Monroy lining up under center once again.
Second down and 8. Canna behind him. They send the tight end in motion from left to right. It's going to be a toss to Canna. Canna bowls forward, takes it inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. And that's a play we saw them run about 4 times against West Branch last week. And it's a toss, but he takes the toss and actually cuts it and runs it to the short side of the field every time he gets the toss. So he's actually running away from the toss.
Right, yeah, he catches it and stops his feet and cuts back in a counter run there. And yeah, like you said, we saw it multiple times last week in their game against West Branch, and brings up third and short here.
Third down and 3 for Salem. Back in the I formation. They turn, hand it off to Canna. Canna trying to find a hole, takes it inside the 20. They're going to mark him at the 19-yard line. That should be, let me see if they're going to mark him. I'm watching that side, Judge. What he's going to do, he's right there by it, and they're going to say, first down, move the chains. As Salem now in the RG Drake red zone tonight, trying to get that score, looking to take the lead possibly with this possession here in the second quarter with 5:17 left to go in the second quarter. And we might have a timeout here, as I believe Coach Johnson just called one. So Salem calls a timeout with 5:12 left to go in the first half. Salem is trailing Northwest 8-7. We are going to take a timeout. This is high school football right here live, brought to you by the Sarstone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back. Timeout over for Coach Johnson and the Salem Quakers. They now have it 1st and 10, ball on the 14-yard line. They are in the RG Drake red zone here, trying to retake the lead. They're down 8-7 to Northwest here with 5:12 left to go here in the first half. Monroy going to be under center. Canna, the running back behind him. They're going to turn, hand it off to Canna, who is hit at the line, falls forward still down to around the 11, maybe even the 10-yard line. As Canna, again, falling forward after contact and getting positive yards, as we are now under 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. It is 8-7. Northwest on top of Salem, but Salem in the RG Drake red zone here at the 11-yard line. Second down and 7. Monroy going to be in shotgun now. Monroy looks over the defense. Northwest showing blitz, and here they come. Monroy looking, throws down the flat, has a receiver wide open inside the 10, inside the 5. He'll be tackled around the 4-yard line.
Flag down in the end zone here, so we'll get that squared away.
complete to number 83, who, again, I do not have on my Salem roster. I do apologize. I was hoping the PA announcer would say his name for us, but I don't even think they have him on the roster. They're picking up the flag. They're saying no flag.
Okay.
No flag. So no flag.
Second completion of the night for the Quakers here will bring up third down and very short.
If anyone listening knows the identity of number 83 for Salem, any Quakers fans out there, we'd love for you to put that in the chat. We'd like to give these players all their recognition. And I do apologize, but we do not have him on our Salem roster. Third down and 1 from the 5-yard line. Monroy going to call his own number, cut it back inside the 5, breaks the tackle, falls towards the end zone, and they're going to say touchdown Salem. Cletus Monroy takes it in from 5 yards out.
How else would that drive end after some big runs by Cletus Monroy? He caps it off with a 5-yard touchdown run there off the left side of the offensive line to put Salem back ahead.
So touchdown Monroy. Salem retakes the lead 13-8 with the extra point by Garson Samoa. Coming up. So on to attempt the extra point. There's the air horns. That's almost a car horn. There's the snap down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So add one more. Your new score now with 4:08 left to go in the second quarter. Salem is up 14-8 over Northwest. We're going to take a break, come back with a kickoff. This is high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Northwest High School here, where the Indians now trail Salem 14-8 with 4:08 left to go here in the first half. Northwest about to get the ball back. So Sutter will get ready to kick it off here for the Salem Quakers from Northwest. Madure, number 22, will be back there, and number 6, Logan Allman, will be back around their 20-yard line awaiting this kick. In this round 1 matchup in Division 4, Region 13. Winner of this game goes on to play a very tough opponent in Cleveland Glenville next week.
Picked up by Allman at the 16. He'll bring it up to about the 25 and lost his footing there, so he'll go down at the 25, and the Indian offense will take over there.
Turned up and down at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 Indians.
So 1st and 10 for Northwest. From their own 25-yard line. Venables turns, hands it off. They try a little end around there with Logan Allman, and that gets blown up.
Yeah, loss of 5 there on the first down play there, that end around. So brings up 2nd down and long here for the Indians. A few quick score updates. East Canton leads Lisbon 14-7 with 6:42 left in the second quarter. Hoover up 29-6 over Northland. Geneva up 19-0 over Alliance.
All right, 2nd down and 16 now, and that big loss on the end around. They're going to turn, hand it off to Madure. Madure up over the 20, take it to around the 21-yard line. And that is where he will be stopped to set up a 3rd down and long for Northwest. So 3rd and 14 coming up.
Yeah, not the situation that you want to be in if you're Coach DeMarco and the Indians here. 3rd and long, later stages here in the second quarter.
Here we go. But back to pass. Venable trying to set up a screen, but the running back got tied up with his lineman and got tripped up. And I'll tell you what, there was a lot of room there if that play was set up, but somehow Medor got kind of stuck in between his 3 linemen that were coming out for that screen.
Yeah, the pass was there, and like you said, he had a lot of green turf in front of him, but tripped up with the offensive lineman there before he could make the reception. So brings up 4th down and 14, and the punt team for the first time for the Northwest Indians comes out on the field.
All right. There's the punt by Northwest. It's going to be fielded around the 48-yard line. Here comes Salem with a big return inside the 30 and out of bounds. A huge return by Will Harmon, who got to return that on a running start.
Yeah, the line drive punt, he received it around his own 48-yard line and shot it out of a cannon up the far sideline here from us down to about the 25-yard line of Northwest. So excellent starting field position for the Salem Quakers here as they lead 14-8 here in the second quarter with 2:21 left before the half. Northwest will receive the kickoff to start the second half.
So Salem now in great shape. 1st and 10, the 25-yard line. Monroy sends Exeline in motion from left to right. Monroy turns. It's that toss to Canna. Canna going to take it inside the 25, fall forward around the 23-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down, coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Salem up 14-8 and in Northwest territory again late here in the quarter.
Yeah, great opportunity here for Coach Johnson and the Quakers to extend their lead before the half.
Here we go. Monroy snaps and everyone shifts formation. He's got 2 running backs, 1 on each side. Monroy takes the snap and we have a whistle and we're going to have a flag. This is going to be a false start on Salem to back them up.
Yeah, the running back, I'm not sure which one. Monroy had 2 flanked on both sides of him. Both kind of leaned forward as he was going to smack his hands together to initiate the snap, but it moved a little early, so we'll back up and bring up 2nd down and 14.
Here we go, 2nd and 14, ball on the 29-yard line of Northwest. Here comes Monroy, rolling out to his right, looking, settling, all the time in the world, still looking. Now pressure's finally coming, and Monroy is running. He is going to be tripped up. That is a huge tackle. I think that's Campbell again, who's had a very good first half for Northwest, coming up and tackling Monroy. That has not been easy to do tonight.
Yeah, he's been all over the place. He's had a few big hits on defense. He's had multiple stops, especially on these running plays, and on that one, tripped up Monroy before he could get a full head of steam as he was heading towards the far sideline. It'll bring up 3rd down and 16 from the Indian 31-yard line.
48 seconds left to go. Clock running here late in the second quarter. 14-8, Salem on top and looking for more. Monroy wants to take a shot again. Now he's going to run inside the 30. Inside the 26, I believe, is where he's going to run out of bounds and stop the clock with 37 seconds left to go. Salem also still has 2 timeouts.
Yeah, got down there to about the 20-yard line, so it'll bring up about a 4th and 5 here. Decision time for Coach Johnson.
Well, he's done it twice so far and from a lot farther away than 5 yards.
Absolutely.
So we'll have to see what happens here. Here we go, 4th and 5 from the 20-yard line. Monroy and Salem will go for it. This will be the 3rd 4th down attempt of the first half for Coach Johnson, the Salem Quakers. Monroy has trips right, receiver to the left. And what do we have now? So right before, we have a false start on Salem to back him up 5 more yards.
And with that, looks like Coach Johnson's going to burn another timeout here, and with 37 seconds left, they'll use their second timeout. Here, 4th and 10 now from the Indians' 25-yard line.
Some scores real quick. Malvern up 20-0 over Ashtabula St. John's. Jackson 14-0 over Brunswick in the second quarter. Geneva up 19-6 over Alliance, and East Canton leads Lisbon 21-7. And wow, Hoover 29-6 over Northland. As winner of that game goes to Massillon next week. So that could end up being a Hoover-Massillon game. That would be interesting.
Yes.
Here in our game, the winner here goes on to take on Cleveland Glenville. 37 seconds left to go in the first half. Here's the situation. Salem is up 14-8 over Northwest. Salem has the ball. It's going to be 4th and 10 from the 25-yard line of Northwest. And we'll see what Salem does. They have gone for it already twice on 4th down, and they have been successful both times. So here we come. 37 seconds left. Timeout over. Salem going to set it up. They're going to go twins to the right, receiver to the left. Canna back in shotgun with Monroy. Here we go. Monroy back to pass. He's going to try to run for it. He's still behind the line. He's going to try to run again and get it out, but this time he's going to go out of bounds. He will not get the first down. He won't even get close. And Northwest defense hold, and that time, Derek, they dropped everybody back and played coverage and only rushed 4, and there was nowhere for Monroy to go with the ball.
Yeah, by not over pursuing, they kept Monroy under wraps there, not able to get out from the line of scrimmage there. Was able to pick up 1, but needed 10 for the first down. So Northwest will take over here with 29 seconds left before the half.
That's a big stop for Northwest defense here late in this first half. 29 seconds left. Northwest has the ball, 1st and 10, their own 24-yard line. Venable in shotgun. He's got Medor on his left hip. He's going to turn, hand it off to Medor. Medor takes it up over the 25, falls forward to maybe the 27-yard line. We'll see if Coach DeMarco wants to use any timeouts. Doesn't appear so. His clock is running. 15 seconds left to go. And Coach DeMarco might just be content going in at halftime and getting ready for the second half. 7 seconds left to go here. Looks like that's exactly what is going to happen. So we are through 2 quarters of football, and we thought this would be kind of a close, evenly matched game, and it has been that so far. As Derek, we are through the first half, and the score is 14-8. Salem on top of Northwest, and been impressed with Salem in this half.
Yeah, very much so. They've shown that they're willing to go for it on 4th and long situations, even from their own side of the field. But when you have a quarterback like Cletus Monroy, you put the ball in his hands and you let him do what he's done for, like you said, starter for 3 years now. So it's no secret to Quaker fans what he's been able to do, and he continues to do it here in week 11.
Yeah, I feel like in the first half, I feel like Salem's had the momentum more so than Northwest. But if you're Northwest and you're at halftime, it's 14-8, you're fine.
Yeah, you're one score, you get the ball to start the second half, go in there, make your halftime adjustments, and come out. And, they scored on their first possession of the game, so try to repeat that in the second half.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to throw it back to the AM 1310 WDPN newsroom for a news update. We'll come back, get you scores from around the first round of playoffs here around Ohio, especially here in our region, the Q92 Sports Network region. And we'll take a look at the brackets and what could be shaping up in the second round as well. So all that coming up on the halftime show, but we played 2 quarters of football, and after that, Salem is up 14-8 over Northwest. This is high school football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
peace of mind. It's one of the most important benefits that we can offer at Friends and Family Credit Union. Welcome to Family Secure Checking. It offers unrivaled security to protect your everyday finances and purchases, as well as comprehensive identity theft protection and reimbursement coverage, credit file monitoring, benefits for travel, shopping rewards, and cell phone protection that includes repair or replacement for up to 4 phones on your cell phone plan. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Football fans, Mondays just got better. Join Q92 Sports Live every Monday at 11 a.m. for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon. Watch on our Facebook, X, and YouTube channels as legends from the high school, college, and pro football world take the mic with inspiring speeches and incredible stories. Don't miss a moment. Like, follow, and subscribe to Q92 Sports on social media and catch every Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon live every Monday at 11 on the Q92 Sports Network.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of Q92 News. A Canton woman has been sentenced for a shooting in Alliance. 26-year-old Kenichia Miller was given 90 days in jail and fined $750 Wednesday after pleading no contest to misdemeanor charges of discharging a firearm near a prohibited premises and aggravated menacing. She received credit for time already served in jail and on house arrest, but could face additional time if she violates good behavior terms over the next year. Police say Miller fired a shot at a woman from a vehicle at North Freedom Avenue and 2nd Street July 21st. A Stark County grand jury declined to indict her on felony charges, including attempted murder, and sent the case back to Alliance Municipal Court. With the government shutdown deepening food insecurity across the region, Bishop David Bonar is calling on parishioners to help feed those in need. The Catholic Diocese of Youngstown has launched a non-perishable food drive running through the end of the year across 6 counties. Donations can be made at local parish pantries or at Catholic Charities and St. Vincent de Paul locations. The State Highway Patrol is investigating a crash that left a bicyclist seriously hurt in Perry Township. Troopers say 32-year-old Timothy Coverdale of Canton was southbound on Whipple Avenue near 11th Street Northwest around 12:20 this morning when he was hit by an SUV. Coverdale was taken to Mercy Hospital. The driver, a 32-year-old woman from Tucson, Arizona, was taken into custody. Troopers believe alcohol may have been a factor. The contract between Metallus and United Steelworkers Local 1123 will be extended a second time. The agreement will now expire January 29th to allow time for more contract talks. Workers last week rejected a tentative agreement announced by negotiators October 3rd. The union represents 1,200 employees at the steelmakers' Canton operations. The contract was to expire in September, but was extended to October 15th so negotiations could continue. The co-founder of a local baseball academy has been sued to remove him from operations of the company. Massarelli Baseball School alleges John Massarelli kept cash payments for baseball instruction off the company books and used the money for personal items or failed to turn them over to the business. He is also accused of giving lessons to minors while intoxicated. The school seeks damages in excess of $25,000 and to remove him from daily operations and coaching responsibilities. MBS operates baseball training facilities in Lawrence and Springfield Townships. Massarelli and 2 other men each own a third of the business. The Canton Regional SWAT Team is being honored by the U.S. Marshals Service as its Law Enforcement Partner of the Year. The 25-officer unit, made up of members from 6 police departments, serves Stark and Carroll counties under Canton Police Command. The team was recognized for its role in a Jackson Township motel standoff last November when North Canton sniper Patrick Lewis was shot in the arm. The Marshals praised the team's professionalism and dedication during the incident, which ended safely. Massillon could soon join other Ohio cities in banning camping on public property. A proposed ordinance before City Council would prohibit people from sleeping or setting up tents on sidewalks, streets, or near buildings. Council is expected to take up the issue Monday. According to The Independent, Mayor Jamie Slutz says the move is meant to address public safety and cleanup issues while also helping connect homeless individuals with local services. Those found camping would have 24 hours to move before facing a $50 fine. From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of Q92 News. A Canton woman has been sentenced for a shooting in Alliance. 26-year-old Kenichia Miller was given 90 days in jail and fined $750 Wednesday after pleading no contest to misdemeanor charges of discharging a firearm near a prohibited premises and aggravated menacing. She received credit for time already served in jail and on house arrest, but could face additional time if she violates good behavior terms over the next year. Police say Miller fired a shot at a woman from a vehicle at North Freedom Avenue and 2nd Street July 21st. A Stark County grand jury declined to indict her on felony charges, including attempted murder, and sent the case back to Alliance Municipal Court. With the government shutdown deepening food insecurity across the region, Bishop David Bonar is calling on parishioners to help feed those in need. The Catholic Diocese of Youngstown has launched a non-perishable food drive running through the end of the year across 6 counties. Donations can be made at local parish pantries or at Catholic Charities and St. Vincent de Paul locations. The State Highway Patrol is investigating a crash that left a bicyclist seriously hurt in Perry Township. Troopers say 32-year-old Timothy Coverdale of Canton was southbound on Whipple Avenue near 11th Street Northwest around 12:20 this morning when he was hit by an SUV. Coverdale was taken to Mercy Hospital. The driver, a 32-year-old woman from Tucson, Arizona, was taken into custody. Troopers believe alcohol may have been a factor. The contract between Metallus and United Steelworkers Local 1123 will be extended a second time. The agreement will now expire January 29th to allow time for more contract talks. Workers last week rejected a tentative agreement announced by negotiators October 3rd. The union represents 1,200 employees at the steelmakers' Canton operations. The contract was to expire in September, but was extended to October 15th so negotiations could continue. The co-founder of a local baseball academy has been sued to remove him from operations of the company. Massarelli Baseball School alleges John Massarelli kept cash payments for baseball instruction off the company books and used the money for personal items or failed to turn them over to the business. He is also accused of giving lessons to minors while intoxicated. The school seeks damages in excess of $25,000 and to remove him from daily operations and coaching responsibilities. MBS operates baseball training facilities in Lawrence and Springfield Townships. Massarelli and 2 other men each own a third of the business. The Canton Regional SWAT Team is being honored by the U.S. Marshals Service as its Law Enforcement Partner of the Year. The 25-officer unit, made up of members from 6 police departments, serves Stark and Carroll counties under Canton Police Command. The team was recognized for its role in a Jackson Township motel standoff last November when North Canton sniper Patrick Lewis was shot in the arm. The marshals praised the team's professionalism and dedication during the incident, which ended safely. Massillon could soon join other Ohio cities in banning camping on public property. A proposed ordinance before City Council would prohibit people from sleeping or setting up tents on sidewalks, streets, or near buildings. Council is expected to take up the issue Monday. According to The Independent, Mayor Jamie Slutz says the move is meant to address public safety and cleanup issues while also helping connect homeless individuals with local services. Those found camping would have 24 hours to move before facing a $50 fine. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We've posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
An Akron man is facing felonious assault charges in connection with a shooting near Kent State University. Police say 19-year-old Jack Massey was arrested after an investigation into a Thursday night incident at Bar Lucci on North Water Street. An officer patrolling the area heard gunfire around 11:30 and rushed to the scene, where a fight had broken out as the bar was being cleared. There were no reports of injuries. A former Columbiana County Corrections officer accused of assaulting 2 inmates will stand trial next year. 27-year-old David Ferguson Grants of Youngstown is facing 2 counts of assault for separate incidents in September 2024 at the county jail, both caught on camera. He allegedly threw a handcuffed inmate to the floor and days later pushed another up a set of steps before pinning him down. Both inmates were treated at Salem Regional Medical Center. The trial, originally set for next week, was postponed after a key witness became unavailable and is now scheduled for March 12th. A driver is dead after a pickup truck slammed into a tree Thursday night in Mahoning County's Jackson Township. Police were called just before 7:30 to Kirk and South Lip Key Roads, where they found the truck off the roadway with heavy front-end damage. Officers confirmed the driver died at the scene. The Mahoning County Coroner and Jackson Township Police are investigating what caused the wreck. A federal judge has ordered Youngstown Ursuline High School to release the names of 7 students connected to a hazing and sexual misconduct lawsuit. Judge Benita Pearson says the names and contact information must be turned over to attorneys by November 10th, with parents notified first. One lawsuit claims a student was hazed and sexually assaulted during a football team trip in June. Another alleges school officials failed to act on reports that a player harassed and stalked a female student for 2 years. The felonious assault case against Liberty Township trustee Devin Stanley is now on hold after all Trumbull County judges stepped aside, citing conflicts of interest. The Ohio Supreme Court has assigned retired appeals judge Thomas Teodosio to handle the case. Stanley, who also works as a county clerk's official and Girard assistant prosecutor, is accused of assaulting his wife and remains in jail without bond. The 53-year-old's case has been sent to a grand jury to determine if he'll be indicted. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, but first a look at the forecast. For the overnight, a slight chance of showers. Skies gradually turning mostly clear with a low around 34. Mostly sunny Saturday with highs around 54. Sunday, mostly sunny skies with a high near 56. For Q92 News, I'm Jeff Mears.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
It is halftime here at Northwest, and currently the Salem Quakers lead at halftime by a score of 14-8. Derek Dimmitt, Christian Bigglesworth here with you, bringing you all of the action here this evening. We have a second here before we get to stats. Let's get you some scores from around the area. Third quarter now, 26-6, Geneva on top of Alliance. How about this? Louisville and Westerville at halftime, 0-0. Wow. How about, I did not expect that. That's very interesting. Let me turn down that crowd. Let me see here. East is up 13-0 over Canton South right now. Canton South losing at halftime. Jackson up 14-3 over Brunswick at halftime. Hoover taking on Northland, the Vikings of Northland. They are up 43-6 at halftime. That's going to be a running clock, and it looks like Hoover and Massillon is inevitable now for next week. At halftime, close one. Their second quarter, late 21-14. East Canton over Lisbon. I also know here halftime Green is up 14-6 over Garfield Heights, and Garraway is up at halftime by a score of 42-7 over Mineral Ridge. That's sad. Both my nephews play for Mineral Ridge. Derek, my one nephew is the starting tackle, and the other one is a freshman playing some linebacker and special teams, and it looks like they're learning a hard life lesson right now.
Yeah, but a great season just to make it to the playoffs, getting
absolutely.
to play.
And Garraway's a good program.
Yeah, absolutely. Year in, year out, and multiple sports. A few other scores here from Region 13 here. Streetsboro up 21-14 over West Geauga. South Range up 39-0 over Berkshire. Norton up 35-7 over Edgewood in the second quarter, and NDCL up over Hubbard 21-0.
So there's some scores from our area teams. We'll see how many end up surviving here into round two. Of course, we have a lot of teams that are on bye this week that'll be back next week. West Branch, Lake, Massillon, and McKinley will all be playing next week. They're all off today. All right, Derek, let's get some stats in the first half from both teams who did move the ball offensively.
Yeah, very much so. We'll start with the visiting Quakers here. Cletus Monroy through the air, 2 of 5, 46 yards with the one touchdown of 42 yards. That went to Owen Davidson, the junior wide receiver. Also, and then leading rusher, Cletus Monroy, he has 15 rushes for 117 yards. Also chipping in 27 yards on 12 rushes is Brandon Canna. Flipping it over now to the host, the Northwest Indians. Through the air, it is Braden Venables. He is 3 of 7 for 57 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown pass went to Kellen Rainford of 36 yards. Leading receiver, also second leading receiver, Logan Allman, 2 receptions, 21 yards for the Indians. Leading rusher on the night is the senior running back, Joey Madure. He has 4 rushes for 36 yards. Venables has added 15 yards on 3 rushes for the Indians.
There you go. So there's some stats from the first half. As the clock says, we're about 1:46 left to go at halftime. However, neither team has emerged from the locker room, so I'm going to say that might not be true. Let's go and take a look at some of the brackets here and where what could be happening in round 2 of the playoffs. Now, when you look at again our Division 4 Region 13, I mean the 1 seed there is Perry, the 2 seed is Glenville, the 3 seed is Mentor Lake Catholic, and the 4 seed is West Branch. When you look at who is going to do what, you gave that score of Norton and Ashtabula Edgewood earlier. The winner of that game is going to go to West Branch. So a good Norton team. If they win, we could have West Branch and Norton at Beloit next week. Perry is going to get the winner of Notre Dame Cathedral, Latin, and Hubbard. Glenville, again, gets the winner of this game. So the winner of this game goes on the road next week to Glenville. And Mentor Lake Catholic will get the winner of the game you were talking about between Streetsboro and West Geauga. So that's where this looks. The winner from here ends up going to Glenville. Let's go to Division 1, Region 1. And we're talking about right now because Jackson is playing right now against Brunswick, and they're up. Should they win, Jackson will go to the number 2 seed, Mentor. That will be a very tough task and on the road at their home stadium. So they'll be going there. Canton McKinley is the 3 seed. Mentor's the 2. Canton McKinley will get the winner of Strongsville and Medina that are playing right now. So either Strongsville or Medina will be coming to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium next week to take on McKinley. So that's in Division 1. When you start to go to Division 2 and check out where our teams are right now, Lake is the 4 seed. They got a bye. They got the last bye. In Division 2, Region 5, they're going to get the winner of Hudson and Willoughby South. Not an easy matchup, and this is the thing with going from 16 to 12. For how many years did we have the first 2 rounds of playoffs and so many of them were running clocks? That's not really, maybe in the first round and maybe in the second round, but we're not going to see as much.
Right, yeah. It's not like in the years past here where we've had 1 versus 16 or 2 versus 15 where by the end of the first quarter, it's pretty clear what the outcome will be.
Now, Green, the 11 seed, is taking on Garfield Heights. They're up by 7 right now. And a lot of us, if there was an upset, and when you and I have seen Green, we know how good Green is, and they're healthy now.
Yes.
And they're winning right now. Should they win, they would go to Austintown Fitch to play Fitch, the 3 seed. We actually saw Fitch early in the year, but we know what a good running back they have at Austintown Fitch and what a good team they have at Austintown Fitch. So should Green move on, boy, it gets no easier. Now you're going on the road to take on a team like Fitch.
Yeah, and Fitch, like you mentioned, it was early in the year. We saw him against Jackson, but very, very tough and very well coached.
Division 2, Region 7. That is where Massillon is. They ended up getting that bye, especially with that win over McKinley last week. So they await the winner of the Hoover Northland game, which is a running clock when we start the second half. So it's looking like it's going to be Hoover and Massillon at Paul Brown Stadium. That's going to be a big one next week. So that's going to be interesting, very interesting. There, Division 3, Region 9. We know Alliance right now is losing. There's still a whole half left, but they're losing to Geneva. Should they win, the winner of that game goes to CVCA next Friday. And CVCA obviously has had a great year.
Yeah.
They're having a good year, and they deserve that 2 seed they got. So that's where Alliance would go if they were to hold on and come back and beat Geneva. We've already done Division 4. When you look at Division 5, if trying to see, do we have anyone in Division 5, or am I making that up in my head? No, we do not have anyone in Division 5 that we cover. But we go next to 6, Region 21. The Smithville Smithies, should they beat Cuyahoga Heights tonight, and they're favored, the 5 and the 12, they go on to play United, the 4 seed. United's a good team this year.
Very well.
They have a very good team. That's where Smithville would go. And then we have 2 teams hanging out in Division 7, Region 25. And last I checked, both were winning. Malvern, I think, is up more. They're up over Ashtabula St. John. Should they win, they go to Monroeville, the 4 seed. Next week. East Canton's up on Lisbon. That is a closer game. Should East Canton win, they go to Fairport Harding in round 2, the 2 seed there. So both teams are winning right now, but both teams have a much tougher second round game should they both win today. And of course, all these teams will go on the road next week. So that's kind of a look at the brackets, where they're at right now. Things are interesting to me. That green game is interesting because I had that circled as a game. I realize that they're a very low seed, but that green team ended the season on a 4-game winning streak, and they did it. Let me see here. And you had a feeling that if Green got in, they were going to be a handful for whoever they ended up playing, and it appears that that's happening because they're beating Garfield Heights right now. They're playing good. Their quarterback's healthy. Evan Reed is healthy, and then Coach Geist does a great job there at Green.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Tyson Hunka. We've talked about Cletus Monroy tonight. Hunka, another multi-year starting quarterback that is battle-tested and, going on the road in week 1 here, much like Monroy here tonight in Northwest, showing that, not bigger. The moment isn't too big for them.
No. So this game is all about the winner going on to take on Glenville, where the teams are finally back out here, ready to go, and both on their sidelines. I told you they weren't going to be done in a minute 46. No one was on the field.
Nope.
So they're on now. Northwest is coming out. They will receive. Oh, someone gave us. Thank you so much, Stacy Biddle on YouTube. 83 is Chase. I don't know if that's Golech or Golick or Golech, if you'd like to give me the phonetic spelling on that, but I truly appreciate that, as again, I always want to give these kids the acknowledgement. So his name is Chase, and I'm going to say Golech.
Golech, okay.
I'm going to guess until they tell me it's Golick or whatever. Yep. But thank you so much, Stacy. That's what's awesome about the games on YouTube.
Yes.
With the chat and everything. People could help me because unfortunately he's not on. Even the public address announcer here doesn't have his name on the roster for Salem. So thank you. So there we go. So we're set. Salem to kick it off. Salem up 14-8 in this round 1 game of Division 4, Region 13, and let's play the second half. Let's get going here from Northwest. All right, here we go with the second half kickoff. We are underway. The car horn's going off. Here comes Northwest. They're going to field it at their 20, up over the 25, up over the 30, and tackled around the 32-yard line. That is returned by Logan Allman, and that is where Venables and the Northwest offense will come out here, and we'll see what adjustments the Northwest coach and DeMarco made. Obviously, DeMarco, a very veteran coach. Will he go back to that Wildcat? Will he stay with Venables? He switched it up a little bit in the first half, did some both, and had success with both.
Yeah, both had success, coming out more traditional to start here in the third quarter with Venables at quarterback.
All right, Venables is in 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line. Here we go. He throws it out. It's a little quick wide receiver screen. Goes for maybe a yard. Devin Simon with the catch, but he was pretty much tackled immediately by Salem. As we are underway here in the third quarter. Let's go.
Nice 2-yard gain there. Positive play to start the drive.
All right, here we go. So they're going to give them 2 on that. 2nd down and 8. 11:30 clock running here in the third quarter. Northwest with it on 2nd 8. They're on 35. Down 14-8. Venable turns, hands it off to his running back, Medor. Medor takes it over the 35. He'll fall up to around the 37-yard line. Van Dyne with the tackle there for Salem.
3rd down, very manageable though. 3rd down and 6 is on the scoreboard. So
I want to thank any Salem fans or Northwest fans that have us on here tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast here. The OHSAA playoffs, round 1, Division 4, Region 13, where Salem on the road right now is up 14-8 over Northwest. Northwest has it. This is their first possession of the second half. 3rd and 6 from their own 37-yard line. Receiver in motion. Venable rolls out to his right. Looking to throw. Throws it across to his tight end. It's going to be caught for a first down up over the 45, maybe the 46-yard line. And that was a good find. He threw it across his body, but the receiver was there, and he was open. Move the chains for Northwest.
yeah, big 3rd down conversion there for Northwest.
Did you happen to see who caught that? Because I did not.
I did not. No.
Northwest lined back up already. 1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line. They're going to come out 4 wide now for Venables. Receiver comes in motion. They effect the jet action sweep. They give it to their running back who breaks the tackle, gets up to the 48, 49, falls at around the 50-yard line. So Joey Medor gets it right to the 50, right at midfield now for Northwest on 1st down.
Yeah, great positive plays to start this drive for the Indians here as they are already to midfield.
The Indians, both teams, like I said in the first half, both teams moved the ball offensively.
Mm-hmm.
They really did. Each team with a turnover in the first half with a fumble. Each team with a personal foul in the first half. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Venables now on 2nd and 6 from the 50-yard line. Twins left, twins right. Now he sends a receiver in motion from right to left. Venables takes a snap. Hands off to Medor. Medor has a hole. 45, 40, down to the 37-yard line. Even the 36. Move the chains. Great run there by Medor. Northwest on the run again.
Yeah, 14-yard gain there gets them into Quaker territory for the 1st down.
1st down, Northwest.
We're scoring update here. Geneva 19, Alliance nothing. As they turn off hand to Medor again inside the 35, down to the 30, where he ends up falling down. Finally, good end of that run by Medor. Good pickup on 1st down.
Yeah, we talked earlier about Brandon Canna over on the Quakers offense side, but Medor showing he can also take on the contact and fall forward for positive yards after contact.
2nd down and 4. Ball on the 30-yard line. This is Northwest's first drive of the first half, and they are in Salem territory, trailing 14-8. Venables in shotgun, sends that receiver in motion from right to left again. Turn, hands it off to Medor. Why not? Cuts back inside the 25, hurdles a man down towards the 21-yard line. Move the chains again, and Northwest now is in the R.G. Drake red zone. This is a good opening drive by Coach DeMarco, Venables, and this offense for Northwest.
Yeah, 36 yards so far on the drive for Medor on those 5 carries, so he's doubled his production just on this drive.
1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Venables throws, got it to his receiver inside the 20, cuts it down to around the 15-yard line. That is caught by Logan Ullman, who makes the catch.
Oh, wow.
And we have another late fumble. Are they going to give it to him?
Yeah, Cletus Monroy rips the ball out of Ullman's hands as he's going to the ground, and the official here on the end here is...
That is even DeMarco is asking right now what happened. And Venables is questioning it. And this is the second fumble in the game, Derek, where you almost didn't notice it. There was no scuffle. There was no everyone jumping. The crowd didn't get excited. You know what I mean? It just kind of happened quietly.
Yeah, it looked like the play was dead. And next thing you know, Monroy had the ball in his hand, and the official says that we're going the other way.
And we are. Here comes Salem's offense. Wow. So a second turnover by Northwest today. Salem takes over. 1st and 10. I said Coach DeMarco even walked over. He wanted an explanation for that a little bit. I've never seen two quieter fumbles in my life.
Yeah, they don't even get the little beam
Nothing.
out to show the fumble.
1st and 10 around 14-yard line. Monroy turns, hands it off to Canada. This time he gets away as he should have been tackled for a loss, but cut it back. Fell forward up to around the 18-yard line as Canada gets the first carry for Salem here in the third quarter. Under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Salem has the lead, 14-8 on Northwest here on the Q92 Sports Network. We just had a good opening drive on Northwest to start the third quarter, but a second fumble tonight by the Indians, and Salem now has the ball. 2nd down and 6. Monroy going to be under center now. Look things over. He's going to turn. He's going to hand it off to Canna again. Canna takes it up, falls forward to around the 19-yard line. It's really only about 1 yard gain on 2nd down for the Quakers.
Yeah, it brings up 3rd down and 5 here, deep in their own territory. So we'll see what Coach Johnson drives up here on 3rd down for the Quakers.
Back on the field is tight end number 83, Chase Golich, who we know now, thanks to our listeners on YouTube. Thank you, Stacy, again. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5 for Salem on their own 19-yard line. Coming up on 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Monroy going to call his own number. Going to try the right side. Cuts it back inside. Takes us up over the 25, over the 30, the 35, the 40. He could be gone. 40, 35, 30. He's going to take it all the way. Cletus Monroy has done it again with a, 71-yard run.
It's an 81
I'm sorry.
But there is a flag around the 41-yard line, and the officials down at this end.
And no one celebrating for Salem on the other side of the ball game. An incredible run by Monroy is about to come back. As here we go, holding Salem. So negate the touchdown on the incredible run by Cletus Monroy, who ran away from everybody. But a holding will bring it back.
Yeah, second touchdown that Salem's had wiped off the board.
That is, you're right. That's 2 in this ball game.
From a holding penalty. So you mentioned at halftime how it's felt like Salem has had the momentum for much of the night, and these big penalties preventing it from showing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they're up, but still only up 14-8.
So 1st and 10, Salem.
There we go. Salem now 1st and 10, back at their 30. Monroy going to turn, hand it off to Canna. Canna going to try to take it over the 30. He'll get to maybe the 31.
Yeah.
That'll be it. Man, that was just like you said, second touchdown off the board because of holding for Salem tonight.
Yeah, we could have a completely different game here without these penalties on the Quakers, but Monroy needs a play or two to catch his breath
I bet he
after
does.
that 81-yard sprint down the middle of the field.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 8 from their own 32-yard line. Monroy in shotgun. Fumbled snap, picks it up himself, and then takes it up to maybe the 33. That's about the third mishandled snap of the night. They haven't turned it over with that, thankfully, but they've had some snap issues tonight.
Yeah, there's been a couple low snaps, and Northwest had one on their point after touchdown on their only touchdown of the game, and it led to a 2-point conversion. But yeah, for Salem, a couple low snaps, a couple high snaps, botched pitch to the running back, but 3rd down and 9 here.
3rd down, their own 32-yard line. Monroy in shotgun. Back to pass. We have flags everywhere. They're going to do a false start on Salem. Another penalty on this drive. So back up the Quakers again. That's going to make it 3rd and 13 now. The horns are back.
Oh, boy.
So there we go. Back up Salem yet again. 5:23 left to go here in the third quarter. 14-8 is still your score. Salem on top of Northwest. So here they come. 3rd down and 13 from their own 27-yard line. Monroy going to be in shotgun with Canna on his hip. Trips right. Receiver to the left. Northwest coming with a blitz. Monroy sitting back in the pocket. Now he tries to escape the rush, gets away initially, but he won't get very far at all as he only gets it back up to around maybe the 28, 29-yard line as Northwest brought the pressure there and got to him. That's going to make it 4th down and about maybe 12 or 13. So they'll give him 1 yard for Salem. They're going to have to punt it here, as Monroy will be back to punt. This time he will punt. It'll go and land around the 35-yard line and go out of bounds around the 27. So a decent punt. They did flip field position.
Looks like we have a flag.
And we have another flag backed by the line of scrimmage. We'll see what this is. Because all of a sudden, Salem, we played a very clean first half.
Yeah.
Being riddled with penalties. We'll see if this one's on them too, but we'll wait. The officials are discussing it around the 33-yard line right now. Still discussing it. It's a good discussion.
Yeah. Maybe they're trying to decide where they're going for dinner after.
Yeah. Not sure what there either is or isn't. All right, so here we go. Personal foul on Northwest.
Ooh.
So a personal foul on Northwest, so that'll back them up even more. So a good punt by Monroy with the penalty is really going to bury Northwest deep in their territory to start this possession.
Yeah, you mentioned how the punt flipped the field position. This 15-yard penalty at the end of the play going to put them deeper into their own territory here as they'll march off the penalty yards here.
And they will be walking. So they're going to set that ball down. Whew. So the Salem definitely flipped field position now. They flipped that field as they will walk it all the way. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 17. And that is where they'll put it down at the 17 or 18-yard line. Oh, no, they're still thinking about it. Yeah, no, he had no. He had no. Oh, he's going to, 16? 15.
14.
There he goes, 14. 13. There we go. All right.
We'll land on the 13-yard line.
That was exciting. So, wow. So Northwest now has it all the way down at their 14-yard line. And that is where Northwest will be ready to go. And they're already lined up, ready to go with this possession. Venables in shotgun on his hip. He has Medor. Wide receiver screen. Oh, boy, has to get out of the way of his own player as, man, Logan Allman caught the pass, but Kellen Renford was in his way, and he had to run behind him to get around him, and he almost ended up back in the end zone.
Yeah, loss of 11 on the completed pass there. Not the way you want this drive to start if you're a Northwest Indian fan or Coach DeMarco.
Back to the 2-yard line, 4 minutes and clock running left to go in the third. Salem still leads 14-8 here on the Q92 Sports Network, and Northwest is now second down and 22 from the 3-yard line. Northwest has got to be careful right here. Venables in shotgun in his end zone. Sends a receiver in motion. Venables back to pass. Going to raw to his left. Looking. Throws out. Looking for Allman. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up third down. And very long for Northwest. And if Salem can get this stop on third down, they're looking to get in really good field position again from this punt.
Yeah, even if you can't get the first down here, if you're Northwest, just to get out of your end zone, because right now you'd be punting from about 7 or 8 yards deep in your own end zone. So any positive yardage is good here for the Indians.
3rd and 22 from their own 3. Venable will be in shotgun. As what are we waiting for now? We have all right, now Northwest is getting set to go here. Everyone's getting set. Here we go. 3rd and 22 from their own 3-yard line. Allman goes in motion for Northwest. Venable back to pass in his end zone. Pressure coming. Throws it deep. Has a receiver down the sideline. Battle for it. Broken up by Monroy. Cletus Monroy coming over from the safety position. Venable said, I'm going deep on that one. And he had a receiver for a second, but Monroy was right where he needed to be as the safety.
Yeah, and Venables took a hit as soon as he released that pass, and I think it may have caused the pass to flutter just enough for Cletus Monroy to come over from his safety position here on the close sideline.
On the initial coverage for Salem was, I believe, that was number 21, Lucas Adams, who was back there, but Monroe with the over top with safety did a great job there. As now literally Northwest will be punting from the back of their end zone. There is the punt from Northwest. It's good, but it's already fielded by Salem at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Tackled around the 18-yard line. A great return by Will Harmon. And that was the danger and the risk you had to take by punting that deep in your end zone. It wasn't a bad punt.
No, it was a nice punt, but another one that's on a line drive and gives the return man a chance to catch it on the run and before your coverage team can get down there and get set. So it will open up here in the RG Drag red zone at the Indians' 14-yard line.
3:16 left to go in the third quarter. Here comes Salem. Like you said, in the RG Drag red zone. It's 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line. They're going to come out 1st and 10. Twins left. Shotgun from Monroy. He's going to turn. RPO it. And he's going to throw it to Exline. Exline tries to get around the corner inside the 10. He'll be tackled around the 7-yard line. And again, Baron Exline, he's someone that we called his name a few times, more than a few times against West Branch last week. Young receiver who's starting to show what he can do for this Salem Quakers team. 3:09 left to go in the third. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Salem on the 8-yard line. They're in shotgun. Monroy looks over the defense. He's going to RPO it and keep it himself, and he's going to get hit for a loss and tackled. That is a great job there by Connor Stevenson, the linebacker for Northwest, to not be fooled by that RPO action and key on Monroy and get him down for a loss.
Not at all. The junior linebacker there able to keep his eyes on the ball and not get distracted by, like you said, that RPO action there for the loss of 4 on the play brings up 3rd and 9.
A score update in here in a second. We have some surprising ones right now as Louisville is up on Westerville 3-0. Monroy calls zone number. No, it's going to be a reverse for Salem inside the 10, inside the 5X line. Goes out of bounds around the 5. He tried to stay in bounds on that spin move, but couldn't.
Looks to be
And
about
we're gonna
a yard short, but we have another flag.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Not familiar with the X.
Yeah.
I thought that was he was doing the holding, but his back was to me. He was throwing up the X. So 4th and 2 for Salem. Big play in this game for both teams, both for Salem and for Northwest on defense. Hoover now up 50-6 over Northland. Also, Malvern up 34-0. 4th down, Monroy calls his own number, takes it inside the 5, down towards the goal line. They give it to him. Touchdown, Monroy. Salem scores again, and Cletus Monroy, the senior 3-year starting quarterback, takes it in for the Quakers on a tough physical run.
Yeah, earlier he took it in from 5 yards, this time 6 yards there for the touchdown, and the Quakers look to extend their lead here in the latter stages of the third quarter.
Right now up 20-8 with the extra point pending by Gerson Samoya. And here comes the extra point. Snap down, kick up. Kick is good. So add one more. Your score now, Salem in a good spot here late in the third quarter, up 21-8 over Northwest. We're going to take a break, come back with the kickoff. Your score, again, 21-8. Salem leads Northwest here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Football fans, Mondays just got better. Join Q92 Sports Live every Monday at 11 a.m. for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon. Watch on our Facebook, X, and YouTube channels as legends from the high school, college, and pro football world take the mic with inspiring speeches and incredible stories. Don't miss a moment. Like, follow, and subscribe to Q92 Sports on social media and catch every Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon live every Monday at 11 on the Q92 Sports Network.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Coach Johnson Salem Quakers are currently up 21-8 with 2:21 left to go in the third quarter in round one of the OHSAA Division 4 Region 13 playoffs. Derek Dimmick, Christian Bigglesworth here with you. And Monroy is having a great game for Salem right now, and they're up over Northwest, and Northwest has got to get something going here soon. I know we still have a full quarter left here, but now having to score twice. Here we go. Salem off to kick it off. Northwest to return. Here comes the kick by the Quakers. Boom. It's going to be a squib kick. It's going to go all the way back, though, to one of the back guys. 20, 25, 30. And that is taken by Logan Allman and took that up to maybe the 31-yard line. It was Allman, and now that's where Venables will come up.
Yeah, Lucas Horn on the stop there. Good stop. Prevent the return from getting too far. They'll start around the 32.
All right, so 1st and 10 for Venables and the Northwest offense. So here we go. Trips right, receiver to the left. Venables puts his running back, Mador, on his hip. Going to hand it off to Mador. Mador tries to go forward. Will take it forward up over the 35 to the 36-yard line. So initially I thought he was going to be stopped for a loss, but ends up falling forward about a 4-yard gain. Good run by Mador, who's run hard in this game.
Very much so here. That up to 76 yards on the ground. That was his 16th rush. Both running backs doing a good job getting extra yards after contact.
Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Venables in shotgun. Turns, they fake the jet sweep. Give it to, no. Venables going to keep it now. Throw it to Allman up at the 35, and he goes out of bounds before the 40. A little miffed there because Logan Allman ran out of bounds, but I felt like Derek, he left a few yards he could have got before he had to go out of bounds.
Yeah, short of the first down here by about 3 yards. So definitely looked like he could have cut up and grabbed a few extra, possibly that first down, but opted to cut out of bounds and brings up third down and
3rd and 4. Their own
Okay.
39-yard line. Venables in shotgun, trips left, receiver to the right. He puts Mador on his left hip. Salem showing blitz. Now they turn, hand it off to Mador. Mador tries to cut it back over the 40, up to around the 42-yard line. That's a good spot.
Yeah.
But I think there's still, looks to be just short of the first down.
Yep.
Wow, they're going to say first down. They're going to give it to him. So I didn't think he had it from that mark.
Yeah,
I feel like that side judge rounds up.
Yeah, I think Coach Johnson was hoping, if nothing else, maybe measure that, but the chains have moved as now the officials reconvene.
Yeah, the officials are talking about it again, and hold on now.
Now they
officials
will bring
timeout.
out
They're going to measure. I don't ever see a measurement no more.
Right.
Let's go. Bring out the chains. Again, the initial spot that I saw from the guy who spotted the football, it looked just, and I mean, I'm talking about less than a yard short.
Yeah, football, like at most.
And then the side judge, all night's just been like, first down. Everyone gets one. Oh. Some of the faithful here at Northwest not very happy with what's going on right now. What are we waiting for with the chain gang, by the way? They're not even moving.
Yeah, it looked like they had to actually get reset to where they were after moving for the first down. So now making sure they were where they were before they come out to try to get an accurate measurement. And
But are we sure they know they have to bring the chains out on the field? Because they're not. There we go.
There we go.
Now we're coming out. I love this side judge. This sideline judge is fantastic. He is fantastic. He's like, you know what? We'll bring the chains out when I'm ready. How about that, everybody? All right, so here we go. Here comes the measurement to see if Northwest did, in fact, get the first down. What's been the longest chain measurement I've ever seen. All right, we're going to set the chains now at some point.
Here's the moment of truth.
Here we go. Now we're going to stretch the chains out and see if Northwest, in fact, got the first down. And it looks like a first down, and it is. First down, Northwest. And now we get the horns.
Yep. And the side judge is vindicated.
Yes, he is. He's like, what did I say? And I feel like that is his body language right now.
Right.
He's like, you guys want to question me again? Go ahead and tell me I'm wrong again. I'm the side judge. This is what I do. There's a little pep in his step. You see him? He's like, yeah. Well done, sir. And now he's done running. All right. So, all right, we're going to get set. Here's the situation. 1st and 10. Northwest has it on their own 42-yard line. Late in the third quarter, down 21-8. They got to get something going here soon. Venables back to pass, throws it up, looking for his receiver. It is thrown up for grabs, and boy, he's lucky that wasn't intercepted as he was looking for his receiver, Kalen Reinford. Problem was there were 3 Salem defenders back there, one of which was Cletus Monroy, who actually had the best shot at catching it.
Yeah, Reinford was more of a defender there than a receiver. Did a great job of making sure that that one fell to the ground and not into the hands of a waiting Quaker.
Another update here, 33-12. Alliance scores a touchdown in the third quarter. They're down 33-12. Again, Hoover up 56 over Northland. That's impressive for Hoover. Second down and 10 from 42-yard line. Venables in shotgun. Quick wide receiver throw. It is thrown to Lipkins. Lipkins breaks the tackle over the 45, up to around the 47-yard line. Good job by Lipkins to avoid the first rush of tacklers, to make it a good gain for Northwest as we're under a minute to go here in the third. Blackburn on the tackle.
Yeah, third down and manageable here. 3rd and 5. Here's Venables, get set.
Back to pass. No, he's going to turn it off to Medor. Medor inside the 50, trying to keep going. He'll get to maybe the 49. That's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to be a 4th and very short as we're under 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
It'll be a 4th and a long one here. Decision time for Coach DeMarco, and it looks like he's bringing in some bigger bodies here, possibly to...
Now, there's only 10 seconds left, though. We'll see if Northwest and Coach DeMarco run a play before the end of the third quarter. There's only 5 seconds left, and I don't think they're going to. Coach DeMarco is going to let the quarter run out. So we have played now 3 quarters of football. We're going to the 4th with your score. Salem Quakers 21, Northwest Indians 8. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter after this. This is high school football. Live right here, brought to you by the Sarshon Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshon Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Canal Fulton's Northwest High School here. Beautiful stadium here.
Very beautiful.
Love the stadium here. They have a great press box here. They feed us. I haven't remember the last time I was fed at a football game.
I know. I've been with you the past 2 years, and
we don't get nothing.
This may be only the
Northwest,
second time.
Popcorn, hot dog, sandwich. Let's go. So here we go. We are flipped the field. I'm going to thank all of you that have us on right now, Salem and Northwest fans. We're in the fourth quarter now. Salem up 21-8. Northwest has the ball in a big 4th and 1 from the 49-yard line. Here we go. Venables in shotgun. They need a yard. Venables going to turn, hand it off to his running back, who easily had the first down, and he broke through everywhere, and he's gone. He's down to the 5. No, he gets into the end zone. Oh, my, what a run by Connor Stevenson. 4th and run. He gets a 49-yard touchdown run. Thought he was gone, then thought he was going to get tripped up around the 5, but he took it in. A huge touchdown that Northwest desperately needed by Stevenson.
Yeah, we saw Stevenson a little bit in the first half, more out of the Wildcat formation, but this time more traditional look, and took it and went right off the right guard there and up the middle of the field for the 49-yard touchdown.
All right, Ben Sean's on for the extra point, and this is a big extra point, actually. So here's the snap. It's down. Sean's kick is up, and it is good. Put one more on there for Northwest, and that's a big extra point, Derek, because instead of it being 21-14, that 2-point conversion from earlier in the game, now it is only a 6-point lead for Salem, and a touchdown, an extra point would give Northwest the lead and not tied it up. So a big play on a 4th and 1. Have we not seen some incredible 4th down conversions for both teams tonight in this ball game?
Yeah, Monroy had quite a handful there in the second quarter. This time it's the junior Connor Stevenson with the 49-yard gallop to the end zone.
So game on here in Northwest. The Indians score a touchdown on a 4th and 1 from the 49-yard line. They taken it with a huge Connor Stevenson touchdown run. It was funny because he looked gone, and then looked like he was about to get run down, and then he got away at the last second. But, man, so now Salem about to get the ball back, and this is a serious game here in round 1 of Division 4, Region 13. Glad you guys are with us. We got a good one going on here in the fourth quarter. Salem up 21-15, and Salem about to get the ball back after that touchdown from Northwest. So here we go. Back deep for Salem is Will Harmon is back there, and Blake Bazin as well. We'll be back there. Sean's to kick it off for Northwest. So here comes the kickoff. It'll be fielded. Bazin better pick it up around the 8-yard line. 10. Cuts it back 15. Spin move up towards the 20. Actually a good return, all things considered, because they'll mark him, I think, right about the 20 or 21-yard line.
Yeah, the ball was bouncing around there down by the 10-yard line. Like he said, he crowded around the 8 and was able to get up. Trying to see where they spotted it. Right at
well,
the
just
20?
go with our guy. Go with our non-wavering sideline judge. He ain't playing. So they're going to take the ball and mark it
at the 21. Between
they'll give them about the 21-yard line. So that is where Salem will come out. All right, now let's see what Salem can do here. 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. There's 11:45 left to go in this ball game. Salem has it, and they have a 21-15 lead over Northwest. Tight end goes in motion on 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to Canna. Canna breaks a tackle, takes it up over the 25, and he'll fall around the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. Nice run by Canna there on 1st down. So they'll bring up 2nd down and 4, 6-yard run for Canada there. So Quakers with a 2nd and 4 now on their own 27-yard line. 11:20 left to go in the ball game. Salem with it and the lead, 21-15. 2nd down and 4. Monroy calls his own number, takes it to the left side, falls forward, falls to about the 33-yard line, and that's going to move the chains. 1st down, Salem Quakers, as Monroy calls his own number on that play.
Yeah, if you're Salem here, you want to obviously march down the field, but the more time you can take off and the least amount you can give Northwest, the better.
Under 11 minutes to go in the ball game now. Salem going to come out I formation, twins to the right. Monroy under center. It's going to be a toss to Canna. Canna, oh, good tackle. Boy, Canna's lucky he held on to that. As coming up from the DB spot, number 8, Ty Lipkins came up with a huge hit. Coming up there, he read that play immediately and wouldn't let it develop. There's only a yard now on that game. It looked promising when it first started.
Yeah, he got depleted there near the line of scrimmage, able to fall forward for 1, but a big hit there by the Indians defender.
2nd down and 9 from the 34-yard line. Monroy in shotgun. Going to call his own number again, go to the left side. Monroy trying to get the corner. He does, up near the 40, and he'll fall forward. They'll give him the 40. Good run by Monroy. And now under 10 minutes to go in this ball game. And if you're Salem, this is kind of, if you're Coach Johnson, it's kind of what you want, moving the chains and the clock running. However, we have an injury timeout. It looks like a player for, it is a Northwest player who's down on his back right now as the Salem training staff is over checking on him as now the Northwest, because he was on the Salem side of the field. Trying to get a number here, but he's laying flat on his back. As now the training staff for Northwest, including Coach DeMarco, getting out there to check on their player. I apologize, don't have a number yet on who the injured player is. But now the
Ladies and gentlemen, the injured player is number 13, Kellen Reinford.
so that's number 13 for Northwest, and that is Kellen Reinford, who's played well in this game tonight.
Yeah,
the senior.
had that touchdown reception in the first half, or first quarter rather, for Northwest of 36 yards. While they tend to him, we'll take a look here at the scoreboard. Westerville South 7, Louisville 3 with 7:59 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson up 17-3 over Brunswick. And at the end of the third quarter, East Canton leads Lisbon 21-14.
So still tending to Rhineford on the field here. He's been on his back the whole time. And again, Coach DeMarco's out there, and all three trainers are out there for Northwest right now. The Salem trainer was out there initially. As you can hear how quiet it's gotten here at the stadium right now. Don't want to speculate. But clearly it's an injury where even Salem's team kind of went down farther away from the sideline as they're checking on him right now. Okay, I think he's sitting up now. That's a great sign. Great sign. Up on his feet, walking off. Can't tell if he's kind of favoring his arm.
Yeah, maybe his left arm.
Yeah, it looks like his left arm or shoulder he is favoring. Actually, one of the trainers is holding it as he's coming off the field, and he looks a little dejected, whatever happened there. But she's not letting go of that arm, which makes me think something might be wrong, obviously.
Yeah, so,
I'm trying to be Captain Obvious here.
Right. Yeah, hopefully we hope for the best for Kellen Rhineford here, the senior wide receiver, defensive back, 6'3", 185.
Yeah, Z is coming off the field, still getting helped off the field, but walking onto his own power. And the good thing is he's up and walking.
Yes, absolutely.
I was getting a little concerned there for a second. All right, 3rd down and 3. Big play for Salem on their own 40-yard line. Monroy in shotgun. It's an RPO. Monroy calls his own number, and he is not going to get the first down. He is slapped down about a yard short. Stevenson with the tackle for Northwest. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 1 for Salem. And tonight, Derek, one thing we've learned is neither coach has given a darn about 4th down.
Not at all.
They have had no problem going for it multiple times.
Even though Salem on their side of the field,
Yeah.
the offense stays on the field.
There we go. 4th and 1 from their own 42, up 21-15. Salem looks like they're going to go for it here. Will they get it? Let's find out. Monroe with a hard count trying to get Northwest to jump. They do not. Now Monroy gets set again. Monroy going to turn. Hand it off to his running back who's going to dive, and I don't know. The ball came out loose, and Salem's going to fall on it, and where he fell on it will be a first down. Now, what are the officials doing now? Is it me, Derek, or they have not been on the same page at all?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We've got multiple spots at the ball.
Not sure if the
Are they-
discussion is if he forward or fumbled it forward on purpose. Possibly that's a discussion.
Yeah,
being
the
had
refs
down
are
there.
meeting now. They haven't really ruled anything yet.
Our favorite side judge.
Our
has to
man's
mark
involved.
where-
Yeah, he's not moving. He's like, I'm marking the ball. You guys can say whatever you want. This
There's
guy's
a
my
fumble, I'm
favorite.
parting it here.
This guy's my favorite. He's like, I can tell you where the ball ended. You guys can decide who got it, but I can tell you where it's spotted.
First down.
There, all right, so they will say that was a fumble.
Yes.
Salem recovered their own fumble, it went forward, and it was enough for the first down. So, fortuitous bounce for Salem. First down, move the chains. The drive continues. And the clock runs, and we are now under 9 minutes to go in this football game. Salem up 21-15, and Salem with the ball. First and 10, their own 47-yard line. Monroy in shotgun. Got Canna on his hip. Sends tight end in motion from right to left. Turns. Monroy going to call his own number again. Cuts back 50 down to the 47-yard line. Goes out of bounds, but a good run on first down into Northwest territory. Clock continues to run.
Yeah, Monroy, a bunch of runs here in the second half of 6 yards, and that was another one there. Brings up second down and 4.
What a game Monroy's had.
Yes.
What a game he's had tonight. This senior quarterback, 3-year starter, who trying to will his team. This is a good Salem team this year, too. All right, here we go. Second down and 4 from the 47-yard line. Salem in Northwest territory coming up on 8 minutes to go in the ball game. I formation. They turn. They do it to Canna. They give it to him on that little toss counter where he goes the opposite side where the toss is. He takes it to the 45, and that's where they'll mark it, and that'll be third and short. Clock continues to run. I keep pointing that out because it's funny how quick a quarter can go in high school when a team's running, and when you're a team like Northwest that needs the ball back and to score again.
Yes.
This is what Coach Johnson wants. He wants a nice sustained drive, run that clock down, and he is we're about halfway through this fourth quarter, and that clock's still running.
Yeah, big third down here.
Big third down and 2 from the 45-yard line. Salem back in the I formation again. Monroy going to turn, hand it off to Cannon. No, he's going to keep it himself. Cut out to the left side. He gets the first down and slides inbounds alertly. First down, clock runs, chains move. Salem Quakers on the move again.
Very high cube play there by Cletus Monroy. Got the first down. He went to the side where the chains are so he could see where the first down marker was, got past it, and slid down before running out of bounds, so that clock continues to tick.
I was going to say, we are coming up now on 7 minutes to go in the football game. Northwest has got to get a stop here soon. Give their offense a chance. I formation again. X-line comes in motion from right to left. It's going to be a flat-out toss to Canna. He's going to cut it back up inside, take it inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. A few yards there on first down. So 2 to 3 on that one.
Yeah, Canna's had to work very hard for the yards he's got thus far tonight here. We'll add it up here real quick.
6:30 left to go in the game. Again, Salem up 21-15 and just running clock right now. Another score update here. 1:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. Westerville South up 7-3 over Louisville. Here we go in shotgun now. Monroy on 2nd and 7. Takes the snap. Wasn't a very good snap, but he takes it himself, and he's going to go for a loss. That was a huge play by Logan Ullman from Northwest coming up to make that play. It was going to be a quarterback run to the short side of the field, and I think maybe had that have been a better snap, and we've talked about the snaps a little bit in this ball game, it kind of slowed his momentum down Monroy before he could really get going on that play. But to Ullman's credit, he saw it, read it, and got up there and made the tackle.
Yeah, made a good tackle there, textbook tackle to wrap him up, keep him from falling forward. The loss of 3 brings up 3rd and 10.
5:36 left to go in the ball game. 3rd and 10 for Salem on the Northwest 42-yard line. Monroy's going to throw. Back to pass, pressure coming. Monroy spins out of it. There's all kinds of pressure coming at him now. Nowhere to go. He throws it up for a wideout. It's going to go out of bounds and stop the clock. He was outside the tackle box, so it won't be intentional. But Northwest might have gotten the stop they needed. The thing is, everyone's been going for it on 4th down, so I got to wait.
Yeah.
But that was a huge last 2 plays for Northwest on defense.
Very big because it brings up a 4th down and 10 here at the Northwest 42. Lined up.
So they're lined up, and in that same formation where Monroy could pooch it or run it. 4th and 10 for Salem. What will they do here? 5:22 left to go. Monroy will punt it. It's going to fall around the 25. Bounce, good bounce inside the 15. It's going to keep rolling to around the 18 or the 13-yard line. So that time they do punch it, they're going to make Northwest go the length of the field. So here's the situation right now. There's 5:13 left in the ball game. Northwest has the ball. They trail Salem 21-15. Both teams have all 3 timeouts left. And back out comes Venables and this Northwest offense. Another score update here. 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Jackson up 17-10 over Brunswick. Green up 21-6 over Garfield. Hoover wins. They move on over Northland. It's official. Hoover and Maslin in round 2. All right, Venable turns. Hands off to Madore. Madore takes up over the 15. Dives forward to around the 19-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. So Paul Brown Stadium next week, it'll be Hoover at Maslin. Interesting there. Venables turns, hands it off again to Madore. Madore fighting to get to the 20. But good job by the Salem defense to come up there and make that hit. Number 61, Damian Mathis, with a good play there for the Quakers. 4:40 left to go. And it's going to be 3rd down, for Northwest and 3 from their own 20-yard line. Medure takes it again on third down, dives up right towards the first down, and it should be enough, and it will move the chains for Northwest. So first down and 10. 4:20 clock running. Northwest trying to get lined up here. They're in this shotgun, almost full house lineup here right now. Medure takes it over the 25, up to around the 27-yard line. Medure with another carry.
Yeah, the
And-
Indians keeping it on the ground despite
And
the
trying to go quick here. Almost in no huddle. First and 10, the 24-yard line. Medure again cuts back up over the 30, up to the 32-yard line before he is stopped by Salem. But 3:50 left to go. That clock is running, and they got a long way to go. They're in this no huddle kind of shotgun full house formation, if you will. Looks like they're going to come out of it now. No, they're not. Venable in shotgun. 3 running backs with him back there. Oh, so I thought someone moved early there. Medure takes the handoff again, takes over the 35 to the 37. First down, move the chains for Northwest. 3:30 left to go here, and as soon as they set those chains, we're going to hit that clock again. Northwest, again, the play is coming in quick. They're getting lined up quick to their credit. They're in a hurry-up style. But 3:21, clock running. They still have all 3 timeouts. They're down 21-15. Venables in shotgun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Wants to take a shot. He's looking for his receiver. Just missed Ty Lipkins, who had gotten a step on the cornerback for Salem X-Line. But the pass couldn't quite get there. That stops the clock with 3:09 left to go.
Yeah, trying to catch the Quaker defense sneaking up into the box there and try to go up over the top, but the pass attempt just out of reach of the intended receiver.
28-14, East Canton leaves Lisbon in the fourth quarter. Here we go. They're going to try the old option with Venable. He takes it up over the 35 to maybe the 37-yard line. Not too much there at all. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long, and we're under 3 minutes to go. Clock running. Salem leads 21-15. Northwest with it. Trying to go down the field here for a possible game-winning drive. 3rd and 10. Venables in shotgun. Turns, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right. Looking, throws towards the sideline. That is going to be incomplete. Salem thought they almost had a pick. It's incomplete. And I believe that was broken up by number 21, Lucas Adams, if I'm correct, who dove and almost picked that off.
Yeah, 4th down and 10
Oh, boy.
here for the Indians.
Here's the situation. Northwest is down 21-15. There's 2:37 left to go in the ball game. They have it 4th and 10 on their own 37-yard line. They need to get a conversion here in this Division 4, Region 13, Round 1 playoff game. So 4th down. I wonder if Coach DeMarco is going to take a time. I mean, the clock's not running, but is he just going to wait for the play clock to run down and call a timeout? I think that's what he's going to do. He's standing by the official. Not sure what he has to gain by that with the clock stopped. But he calls the timeout. So Coach DeMarco calls the timeout. Good timeout as far as I'm concerned. This is a huge play, Derek. You want to make sure not only do you have the right play called, you want to make sure every one of your players, from your linemen to your receivers, your running back and quarterback, are on the same page.
Yes, you know, we've had a couple, illegal shift penalties or false starts. That's the last thing you want to do here. You want to make sure everyone's on the same page. Draw up the play here. You need 10 to keep this drive alive, or you hand the ball over to the Quakers on your side of the field as that second half clock, the fourth quarter clock, as of right now sits at 2:37.
The winner of this game goes to Cleveland Glenville next week on the road. It'll be a huge, very tough task for whoever wins this game tonight. But you can't worry about that till this one's over. Here we go. The timeout is over. Here comes Northwest back on the field, and here comes the defense for Salem. The crowd's hyped. Let's go. 4th and 10 for Northwest on their own 37-yard line. Let's see what they came up with. Venables in shotgun. He's going to have 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Medure back there with him. 2:37 left to go. Receiver in motion. Now he goes back. Venables will throw, rolling out to his right. Looking, still looking. Pump fakes, being chased, throws across his body. That is caught by Lipkins. That's caught by Lipkins, and it's going to be a first down for Northwest. What a play on 4th down.
Yeah, 13-yard gain there. Lipkins curl route there near the 50, mark him down between the 48 and 49. Big first down to extend this drive for the Indians.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Northwest, 2:21, clock running. They're going to hand it off to Medor. Medor has a hole up inside the 45. As he falls backwards a little bit. Oh, and he's hurt. Medor's going to run off the field. There's a late flag as well. Medor hurt his leg. I saw him grab it at the bottom of the pile, and he is limping off badly off the field. That's a huge loss for Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
As now someone's going to have to come in for him. We'll see what the flag is and who it's on. Here we go. Personal foul on Northwest.
Insult to injury on that play.
Medor, helmet off on the sideline, limping, kind of bowled over, but still standing. And on top of that, with one of their better offensive players being injured, and he is limping badly down there. And he's mad. He's hates he's out of the game right now, but he looks like he's in some pain and hurt, and they're going to work on him on the sideline. They're going to have to do this now without their starting tailback with 2:12 and coming off a personal foul penalty.
Yeah, 25 rushes on the night for Medor that you're needing to make up for. They do have Connor Stevenson, who had that 49-yard touchdown run on their last drive to bring it back within one score here. But the personal foul penalty, a dead ball after the play. So 2nd down and long here.
Second down. They don't have it yet on the score. Second down and 19. Venables taking a shot towards the sideline. Throws complete to his receiver. Catches it at midfield and out of bounds. Ty Lipkins with another big catch here on this drive.
Yeah,
That'll get all the penalty yardage back and a little bit more.
Yeah, so it'll be a 3rd down and 8 here for the Indians.
And he got out of bounds, stopped the clock with 2:07 left to go. Northwest has 2 timeouts left. And again, it does not look good right now on the sideline for Joey Medor, who's getting worked on. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 8 for Northwest in shotgun from the 50. They're going to turn, hand it off to a running back. He's going to break through inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. That's number 42, Jacob Garber. His first carry of the ball game, and it was a huge one. Move the chain, stop the clock momentarily. 2:02 left to go on the clock. 1st and 10 of the 38-yard line. They hand off to him again. Garber inside the 35, down to around the 32-yard line. Where did Jacob Garber come from? They're getting lined up. 1:48 left to go in the ball game. The play is already coming in. Salem trying to sub, get some fresh bodies in. Venables now, 1:40 left to go. In shotgun again. Venables turns. Going to hand it off to Garber again, who breaks the tackle. This time he's going to be hit for a loss or a very minimal gain. Good tackle there by Canna for Salem. 1:26, clock running. Again, Northwest still has 2 timeouts. When will Coach DeMarco take them? 3rd down and 5 for Northwest. Same formation. Venables in shotgun. Takes the snap. Turns. Hands it off. And Salem stuffs him again. Salem stuffs him again at the line of scrimmage. Braden Van Dyne, one of the first men in there for Salem. 1:06 left, and I do think DeMarco had to use a timeout there, and he had no choice. 1:06 left to go. It's going to be, I believe, 4th down and 5. So, Coach DeMarco, I think a well-timed and a good timeout, because it's going to be 4th down again. You got to get this one right.
Yeah, and Joey Medor walking out there, still hobbling, but
got his helmet back on. He's a gamer.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's a senior season, win or go home here in the playoffs. But
how about Jacob Garber and those couple big runs he had? No carries until this drive, until the injury to Medor.
Yeah, junior running back, 5'11", 205. First run went for 14 yards, second for 7. And it wasn't until that third one that the Quaker defense figured out that he could run the ball.
All right, here's our newest situation. There's 1:06 left to go in the ball game. Salem up 21-15 over Northwest. Northwest has it. 4th and 5 on the Salem 33-yard line. They're breaking the huddle. They're going to come out here. Northwest has one timeout left. Both crowds into it. Both sidelines into it. 4th and 5 for Northwest. Venables in shotgun in that kind of full house shotgun formation again with a receiver to each side. He's got two fullbacks on the left and right. And back behind him is Connor Stevenson, who does have a big run for a touchdown today. Here we go. Venable, play action, rolling out to his right. They're coming at him. Venables has to throw it up for grabs. It's going to be intercepted by Monroy. Intercepted by Salem and Cletus Monroy, who will slide it down. And that might have been it for the Salem Quakers to advance to the second round. Cletus Monroy on defense coming up big. And Salem looks as if they're going to move on to round 2 of the playoffs, Derek, in what's been a really good game.
Absolutely. From the start, it's been back and forth. Northwest, they're on 4th down. Venables with pressure in his face, tried to throw it up to give his receiver a chance, but Cletus Monroy, the senior, and Coach DeMarco said it in the coach's corner, whether he's quarterback, the punter, on defense, and he just proved it there on defense. He just proved it as the quarterback with a big touchdown pass, 2 touchdown runs for Cletus Monroy, and potentially the interception to seal the deal here in week 11.
Venables visibly upset on the sideline, hands on his helmet. But yeah, I mean, young man, you really didn't have a lot of choices there.
Right.
And you had to throw it up and hope something was going to happen there. As Salem now back there in a shotgun kind of borderline victory formation. Monroy takes the snap, takes the knee.
Timeout.
We'll see. And DeMarco does use his last timeout.
Timeout Northwest.
So Northwest cannot stop the clock again. Salem is going to get out of here with a road victory in the playoffs for Coach Johnson and the senior quarterback, Cletus Monroy, and these Quakers. They will move on, it looks like, barring some crazy thing I've never seen in a football game before. They will move on. They'll be going up to Cleveland next week, and they'll be taking on the Glenville Tarblooders, and that will not be an easy game for Salem, but hey, they've already gone on the road, it looks like, and won a playoff game.
Yeah.
And Coach Johnson was aggressive tonight with his play calling.
Absolutely.
His players played hard, physical, and fast. To me, it was a good game, but I feel like more than not, like I mentioned the first half, it kind of stayed true in the second half. I feel like Salem had the momentum more than Northwest most of the evening in this game.
Yeah, great game by Salem. Cletus Monroy, 140 yards on the ground on 25 carries. He has the touchdown runs of 5 yards and 6 yards through the air, 3 of 7, 53 yards. The big play, the 42-yarder that was to Owen Davidson in the first quarter.
So now Salem can just take another snap and take a knee, and that's exactly what Cletus Monroy is going to do.
And that'll be it.
That is going to be it, as there's 33 seconds left to go, but they don't have to run another play as the dejected players from Northwest taking a knee, a lot of them visibly upset. And as we understand, your last game, especially if you're a senior, your last time playing here in front of your home crowd. If you're Salem, as you look over there, nothing but adulation, celebration, as it is official. The Salem Quakers have come to Northwest and got the upset. They beat Northwest 21-15 as the teams meet to shake hands at midfield. Let's get some final stats here if you got them for us, Derek.
Yeah, Cletus Monroy, 3 of 7, 53 yards through the air. The touchdown pass of 42 yards to Owen Davidson. That was his only reception of the game. Leading rusher was Cletus Monroy, 140 yards on 25 rushes. Also, it was running back Brandon Canna. He had 20 rushes for 51 yards. Over on the Northwest side, the touchdowns were the touchdown reception. Kellen Reinford, 36 yards. And then the touchdown run here in the latter stages of the third quarter was junior Connor Stevenson from 49 yards on a 4th down play.
So Northwest season comes to an end. You got to feel for any team when their season's over in the playoffs. Everyone, you fight so hard, from conditioning and lifting in the off season to two-a-days in the hot heat of the summer to playing these games in August, September, and October. You get here, and don't forget Northwest was also they didn't get a home game. They're short a home game this year. They didn't get to play.
Yeah, that week 1
Yeah.
with Norton.
Yeah. So you feel for them. Coach DeMarco, I think another great season for Coach DeMarco, getting the most out of his team. They played a tough Pac-7 to get to the playoffs here. As for Salem, though, Coach Johnson, man, he's just an old, grizzly veteran coach.
Yeah.
And this team's always disciplined and ready to go, and they compete. I mean, I know West Branch won last week, but they were competitive in that game as well with West Branch.
Absolutely. Only lost by 2 scores. And that's saying something with West Branch's high-powered offense, but the Salem Quakers moving on to Glenville.
Yes, they are. So one more time, your final score, Salem beats Northwest by a score of 21-15. Listen, we got some great high school playoff games going on still on the Q92 Sports Network. Go to Q92radiosports.com right now, or go to Q92 Radio on YouTube. You can see what games are still live going on. Go give them a listen. Some of them are coming down to it. But our final here, one more time, it is Salem 21, Northwest 15. This has been high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. Thank you to all our advertisers. Thank you to Jeff Mears for our halftime news. Thank you all for listening, whether you were a Salem fan or a Northwest fan. We appreciate you, and we are on to round 2 of the playoffs. Again, your final, Salem 21, Northwest 15. That's your final score. This has been Q92 Sports, presentation of high school football. Have a great night, everybody.